Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first official PvP stream here for War Division's Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. This is the official Auto Battle PvP tournament of 2023, your New Year PvP tournament of 2023. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining. My name is Justin. I am the community manager here for the game, and I am joined, of course, by the one and the only Mr. Aron J. Hello,
Hello,
Aron
hello.
J. Thank you very
Hello,
much for joining today.
Oh, no problem. I cut in there a little early because I'm so
That's fine.
excited. Global's first official PvP tournament. Guys, this is really hype. I'm super excited to be here, and I'm
Yep.
ready to get this thing kicked off.
Awesome. Yeah, we have a great show for you in store today. I think I said that correctly. That's kind of a tongue twister.
Yeah.
But we have a lot of great matches coming up. We're going to be looking at the quarterfinals through the finals of the PvP tournament that we've had going on. So throughout the day earlier, there have been PvP matches for those that were involved in the tournament. They have currently concluded those. And yeah, we're getting into the quarterfinals here on this broadcast. So yeah, pretty awesome. Pretty great stuff coming up.
I
Before I
definitely
get
recognize some of those names. Like some of
Oh,
those
yes.
players have played in a lot of the unofficial tournaments, including there's one person on there who is a multi-winner of the unofficial tournaments. So I'm excited to see how he does.
Awesome. Yep. We got the bracket and everything ready to go. But before we get into it, there's a couple things that I did want to cover here quickly about the broadcast and some other things. So let's take a look here. First up, we have our code of conduct. And this is going to be in relation to the offer wall issues that are currently going on in the game. And this is going to be very familiar if you've read the in-game notices. But as we announced on January 26th, we are currently investigating the cause of the issue, and we are working to restore the offer wall. So we apologize for the time that it's taken to resolve this. And then going forward, the exploitation of bugs in order to gain an unfair advantage is considered to be misconduct prohibited in the terms of use from the standpoint of fairness. So if fraudulent activity is detected, the accounts of offending players will be suspended based off the terms of use. Therefore, we ask you to comply with the terms of use. So players will be notified once our response has been decided. So we ask for your patience until then, please. So some final words here. So we apologize for the delay of the announcement that went out a few days ago. In addition, we would like to thank all of the players who reported this issue via inquiry tickets in-game. So in regards to the PvP tournaments that we're doing here, sportsmanship is of paramount importance to us. So to ensure a fair and safe environment, we request that players respect the rules of the game and do not cheat or exploit any unintended advantages. If any instances of unfair gameplay or any actions that are deemed to be in violation of the terms of use or the tournament rules are discovered, both during and outside of the tournament period, one or more of the following penalty measures will be applied. First up, we have a warning. Then we have a forfeiture of the prize title. We have a disqualification from the tournament. And then finally, we have a suspension or ban from competitive play. So not somewhere where you would like to be. All matches are going to be recorded and judged. We also intend to upload most of the matches on our official YouTube channel for the PvP tournament, which you can actually find in the description down below on Twitch. So you can give that a click and go right into the PvP YouTube channel. Cool. All right. So thank you guys very much for listening to that. We have some more information that I would like to get through here. First up, let's take a look at our prizes. So for first place, we have the Achiever of Glory 2023. This is an in-game title. And we're going to be doing an interview later on Discord with this winner as well. Second place here, we have Those Who Strive for Glory 2023. This is also an in-game title, as you can tell, and that person will be interviewed as well at the conclusion of the finals matches. And then, lastly here, all participants are going to get Throne Seeker 2023. You guys may remember the Throne Seeker title that went out last year, but this one's a little bit different. All participants, except for the first place winner and the second place winner, will receive an in-game title, this one that you see. So yeah. One thing that I want to point out here is you guys may know that, like, following the lunar calendar, that sort of stuff, it is the year of the bunny or the rabbit. And those are actually reflected on the little titles that you can see in game. They have little bunnies on them. So that's the reference there, if anybody was wondering.
I just know if I had that rainbow title, that first place title, I'd probably never take it off because you'd be the only person in the game so far who has that title. pretty cool.
Indeed. Well, technically, you'd be the only person with the second place title, too, so it's just as luxurious, but still.
Yeah, but less rainbow.
That's true. All right, so next up, we have our viewer rewards. You guys know how it goes if you've been on the Justin and Friends stream. 500 viewers, we get 3 challenge keys. 700 viewers, we get 3 JP keys. 1,000 viewers, we get 3 affinity and resonance keys. These are very important to our PvP players out there because they're always looking for resonance and affinity and JP and that sort of stuff. Maybe a random piece of equipment. So yes, share it around. We got a few streams going on here today, so once we add up all the viewers, we'll see what we are looking at here at the end of the stream. Then next one here, this is actually going to be kind of time sensitive, but we have the share and retweet campaign that's currently going on. So follow, share, and retweet the link, and then 10 lucky players will receive a $20 Amazon gift card. You should be seeing, or you can find the link for that down in the description for the Twitch stream. Maybe they'll put it here in the chat for YouTube. But yes, so that is actually going to conclude here in the next 50 minutes. So that's time sensitive. Head on over there, give it a like, give it a retweet, give it everything that you need to do in order to possibly win $20 Amazon gift card. Pretty awesome. And then lastly here, let's pull into the PvP matches and go over the match rules. So we're going to be doing a friendly match here, and it's going to be best of 3. All the matches that you see that are going to be going on today are best of 3 until the final match, which is going to be a best of 5. So maybe up to 5 matches there. This is a single elimination tournament, so once you get knocked out, you're knocked out. This is obviously going to be an auto because this is an auto battle tournament, and the speed is going to be 1.5 times. The map, as you can see on the screen, is the Ancient Ruins 4. There is no cost limit. An initial placement is allowed, and then obviously no formation changes once you've kind of gone into the match, but some people may have different formations set up to use.
Yeah, that formation change, that was the biggest thing when we were running our non-official tournaments. That was the way of kind of making sure, hey, once you're in the room, if that attack and magic value changed, you could be sniping your opponent's team. If it doesn't change, hey, that means everybody's playing by the rules. So that's a big one right there.
Yep. Indeed. So let's go ahead and take a look at the bracket here.
All right.
Hello, we're back.
Oh, yeah. Hey, we're on the screen. Now, as
Yes.
we load into the bracket, I want to say, so we're going to be starting at the top with, it looks like Faz and Furious and Kioma. Kioma is a veteran of the unofficial tournament, so I have seen them play before. Then we go Kiwi versus Habs. Kiwi has dominated some unofficial tournaments, but Habs, I do know Habs, a good player. Then we have Suiko versus Francis. And then Cerbu, and the final opponent down there at the bottom has not been decided yet. But that's not a huge deal because we're going to be starting at the top of this with Faz and Kioma. So that gives that last match a little time to finish. And all of these players that you see to this point have already won 2 matches just to get into this top 8. We started with 32, then 16. Now we're at that quarterfinals, that top 8. So they're already battle tested.
Yep. So looks like we've got some fans of Kiwi here in the chat. Maybe they're in his guild. I don't know. So
who else is in his guild, Justin?
I don't know. I'm not sure about
that. Me neither. Yeah, that's
but
weird.
If you do know somebody on the list, or maybe you don't know somebody on the list, cheer them on in chat. Let them know. I'm sure many of them are going to be paying attention here. So cheer on your favorite players. We also got some information that we wanted to go through for each player. Just waiting for the cue there, and then we'll jump into it.
Sweet. Yeah, each player did send us a little bit of info about themselves. So yeah, as soon as we get the go ahead, we're trying. Yeah, we're on 3 different channels, so we're syncing them all up, making sure everything's running smooth the whole time. So there might be a few moments where I just have to tell a story about something.
Well, I was just going to say really quickly, for those of you that don't know, we actually have a Chinese language stream going on at the exact same time. So basically, everything that the 2 of us are doing are also happening at the exact same time by those for the Taiwanese region. So
yep.
Yes.
Lots of practice went into this. Even if it doesn't look like it, it does look like this thing looks really good, honestly. So yeah, Kiwi, if you guys didn't know, earlier when I was talking about like veterans of the unofficial tournaments, Kiwi, and we'll get to him here in a minute. was the original like super light player. And I mean light, the element in the unofficial tournament. So I'd be really curious to see when we get to his fights on streams if he goes back to those roots or not. So I'm really looking forward to that. And then I think something else that I'm really looking forward to seeing tonight is, has somebody gone non-mono element, like taking advantage of those really powerful new vision cards? They're really good. And if you can mix in a couple mages who are getting all those buffs from those group buffs with like a tank, I think that could be a really powerful team today. And I've also got to say, something I expect to see tonight, and I don't know if we'll see it or not, but Skahal and that new master ability too. If you see Skahal in a match, his reaction ability, that thing procs all the time. It's a damage. It is devastatingly powerful, and that man got it really strong this week. So I bet you we see some Skahal today. I would not be surprised there.
Indeed.
So
all right. Oh, sorry, were you gonna say something?
Nope, go for it.
Cool. I was just gonna say, like we mentioned earlier, we have a little bit of like a player card, I guess. Maybe if you've seen some like sports and stuff, it's gonna be very similar to that. So let's take a look at our first one. This is for Faz, and I can't read the whole name here. Okay, perfect. Faz and Fierce is very small on my screen. I have a lot of windows open. But yeah, so he's representing Singapore here, fighting for the glory of the whole country, I guess. So his favorite character is Little Leela, and he says thanks for the support, which is something I think we say here on the channel very often. But yes, favorite character is Little Leela. I like that. She's one of my favorite characters too. That's right. I think any Little Leela is the perfect Little Leela. Yes, she was very strong. Cool, and now let's take a look at our second person here. We've got Kioma. He is representing USA. I'm gonna say he a lot or something, so I'm gonna try not to do that. It's hard to know everything. I apologize. But yes, they're representing the USA, and it looks like their favorite character is Glaciella, and the comment, wind supremacy. So do you think they would tip their hand that way? Okay. All right, so jumping into the first match here, let me go ahead and take a look.
Okay, here we go. Match number 1, Faz versus Kioma. I said Skahal was busted this week. Kioma, 5,107 magic on Kioma's team. 5107. Now, Faz is showing a slot 1 Summer Ketone.
I like that.
Okay, Justin, I knew you're a fan of Summer Ketone. Underused, a really underused unit, but not because she's weak. I think a lot of it was because fire has not been in the greatest place in global as an element, but recently with the Dragon Quest collaboration and the new vision cards getting added, fire got a big boost. So don't be shocked to see fire today, especially some fire evade. And then I mean it's pretty obvious what Kioma's running right here, right? This is going to be magic times 3. I expect Skahal, Resnick, Helena. And there it is. Okay, Skahal, Resnick, Helena. That team is busted. And look at the initial placement. So going to try to get all of the buffs on the whole team. That attack magic buff from Helena. There we go. We're going to see the Dragon Quest collab characters today. So here's Pissarro coming out with King Mott and Summer Ketone. Now, you need a mage in this comp because you need to find a way to get an evasion vision card worked in. So I imagine that was a lot of the thinking behind that Ketone. Get a vision card that scaled off of magic onto a fire mage. Summer Ketone looked like the best option right there. So that's what we're going to get. Now, Resnick is the true support in this match. And you can see her giving that physical shield to Skahal, help him survive some of those Pissarro auto attacks, a little bit of King Mott. Now, I want to talk about King Mott for a second. King Mott right here is fighting against 3 mages. What I'll be curious to see is, does he have his disable move on, or are they going to allow him to try to do his like big AoE moves with the slash resist debuff and all of that? Personally, I think the disabling attack, even though it's only single target, is more of a game-changing move. But a drawback of King Mott, if you're trying to use his AoE buffs that you just saw happen, is he might not move. Okay, Helena's going to kick things off. Mermaid Dance the Limit Break coming out. So she's going to give Ma a bath. Even though there's a lot of water here, it is a lightning element attack. So not actually element advantage, even though it did a bunch of damage to Mont. Pissarro's up next, 57 AP. He moves up evasion skill. So he gets his agility and evasion buff online. Skahal's up next. Here he comes. I'm telling you, this is about to be a lot of damage if he's allowed to do it. Can Kitone just one-shot him out? No, look, I told you that counter move is busted. He counters her, debuffs her attack and magic. I don't think that saved him, but it definitely saved him a little bit of damage. Energy Buster comes out, 10,000 damage onto the tank. So King Mott is dead, and Resnick is up next. Skahal's low HP, but Resnick's Limit Break is an instant cast heal. I think what she's going to do right here is move up and cast that on Skahal. Sometimes, like right now we're watching, there's sometimes a little bit of a like delay in the spectator. That often happens when you are getting a Limit Break or a summon. Now, that was not a Limit Break or a summon. That was just a heal. But, so I mean, the game's going to play me like that sometimes and occasionally just show me something different. Okay, Strike of Rune comes out. Skahal is popped, but you cannot dispel that courage. His courage will always proc if he is high HP. Solarization comes out. That hits both Pissarro and Kitone and heals Helena a little bit. Here's Skahal. Now, are they running any accuracy on him? That will be a question right here. Does he have the accuracy to hit these evasion units? He's going to Limit Break, and you saw Pissarro turn towards him. So I think this will kill Kitone. Like, I'm almost 100% sure Kitone's toast from this. But Pissarro will live if he dodges all of it, and he did dodge all of it. So it's the evasion unit versus 3. We've seen this work before, right? Like we've seen Elena and those type of units 1v3 if nobody can hit them. He needs to kill Summer Helena. There's the counterattack. It came out, but it is dodged. Helena's dead. Skahal's dead. Skahal will come back to life from re-raise. A very powerful thing to put on that guy, especially with Resnick here. Because if Resnick can bring Skahal's HP back up above that 70% threshold, his courage will reactivate. So Skahal has courage again. It's really busted. But can he hit Pissarro? Is Fire going to get this win? Energy Buster comes out and Pissarro goes down. There we go. Skahal does the job, picks up the win. The Lightning team beats the Fire team. That is a win for Kioma to start things off, but
Indeed.
It is a best of 3. So GG.
It is a best of 3.
Yeah.
So yes, good match. You were right. You called it. Skahal is right out of the gate.
I mean, he was impressive there. You had that man. Some Master Ability 2s hit that perfect spot, and yeah, that was one of them. Definitely.
Guess that's why they're called Master Abilities.
Yeah, tell that to Eileen. She's got 2 of them, and I don't know what she's the master of my heart, I suppose.
Cool. So yes, that was our first round of the PvP tournament. This is all of them until the finals is going to be best of 3. So we may have at least 1, maybe 2 more matches coming up between Faz and Kioma.
Yeah. Now, whenever you're looking at a best of 3, you think after the match, like what do you think about? So if you're Kioma, your team just won. It was really close. That was a close thing. Do you run Lightning again? Do you say, hey, I don't want to tip my hand, because now these matches are streamed. Before this, you played who you played, then you went on and you played the next person. So whoever you played didn't know what you were bringing. Now, the whole world, because, all 9 billion or whatever people are watching the stream, have seen Kioma's squad, right? So, do you just run it again so you can kind of hide some of your other tricks and say, hey, if it won once, it'll win again? You risk maybe getting countered by like an Earth. Do you try to anticipate the counter and go Wind? Do you just run Light or Dark, which is a really solid, like, there's no real way to counter this strategy? Something like that. That's the kind of thing we're going to be watching all night in best of 3s. And it's what makes best of 3 so interesting, because best of 1s, I mean, here, we're killing time. So I walk into Guild Wars the other day, and it's a limited Guild Wars, so there's a cost limit, and there's a slot 1 slime, and I was like, okay, you never know what's behind slime in Guild Wars. It could be anything.
That's true.
I'm running a fire evade team, much like the team you just saw, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hit this slime. What could possibly be behind it? Yeah, it was Celis and Asterius behind it, and I killed slime, but it didn't go great after that. So, yeah, slime, a really powerful slot 1 unit in Guild Wars. Although here, you're not trying to hide anything. You just get to make your team and go win. I wonder, do you think, Justin, we will see any slime today?
I think there's probably been slime in the tournament.
Okay.
As far as the finals, I don't know. Like, I know he has percentage-based heals. He can do a lot. But can he do as much as, maybe somebody that can heal very well and give re-raise and give buffs and do this and do that? It's going to be...
Yeah, maybe we don't see a cost 20 unit in the uncost limited. Yeah, probably you're right.
But I would, for style points, I would very much like to see a slime. And I would say starting off with Ketone, Summer Ketone, that's already gained some style points. From my point.
Yes, we need to track. I'll tell you what, because we have this time between the matches, we should just track style points tonight. I think that's a big thing, because people like to see the flashy, or even if not flashy, the underused units like Summer Ketone.
Yep.
Yeah, it's too bad she ran into Skahal though.
Indeed.
All right, so we're just waiting on confirmation that the next room is set up, and all these players were told beforehand to have your squads ready to go. That way we're not building, and if you're a player in the tournament and you're listening right now, have your squads ready to go. That way we're not trying to wait for many minutes in between each match. If you're building 4 teams for today, have those 4 teams built and ready to rock. Okay.
All right, so we're jumping into the next match here. There's a lot of verification and everything that we need to do in between. Something that Dejin pointed out before we started the last one is Kioma has the original, the OG Throne Seeker title.
He does. And guess what? Kioma said, I bet you that Faz... Oh, wait, no, Kioma went to... Oh, I got it backwards. Kioma might have gone to Wind, and Faz has pulled out Alaya. Both players right here are slot 1ing the unit that they showed on their player card.
Oh, that's true. That's a good point.
Yeah. So if Kioma went mono Wind, he could be in for a bit of a... We might be in for a game 3 if this is Wind versus Ice. We will see. This is the most... OP, I would say, Wind team. Joom, Sottily, Flagbear, Glassy is really, really good. Is it good enough to deal with Ice Missile on a map where you start far away from your opponent? Because that's sort of what Ice Missile's the best at.
That's true.
I don't think so. So it's Snow and the Ice Girls here. Snow going to give himself that courage buff. That is his first famous move. His second famous move will be giving himself that heal when his HP gets low. Now, Alaya and Eliza. Alaya's going to go with her Ice Attack group buff right there. Give herself that missile pin as well. Eliza will oftentimes start with Bells or some other group buff. She's going to go tracking technique, so buff her own agility right there, not in range to buff anybody else. So if she's running Bells, she will not prioritize that on the next turn. That's something you always kind of got to keep in mind with team building, is your units tend to prioritize buffing each other over casting selfish buffs like Bells, things like that. Okay, there's Divine Sacrament coming out there from Sottily that will give a little bit of ice resist to the team. Will it be enough? This could also come down to something like a charm. Maybe Sottily walks up and gets a big time charm on Snow, and Snow turns around and punches the girls. Something else I want to point out, Snow did not get his heal cast. So he has courage, but he's not going to heal after his courage pops. Eliza's up next, 58 AP. She's in range. Arrow Storm of Removal comes out, and oh my goodness, this fight is looking a little over after one arrow from Eliza. The Wind team was grouped. Joom is really low. Sottily's under half. Flagbear, Glassy looking a little low as well. It's Elia's turn next. Sharp Shot comes out onto Joom for almost max damage. That was nearly 12,000 damage. She does revive, so the win team will get to take a turn. Joom is up first. She's got Snow right in her face, so she's going to have to deal with him because Snow's walking into this with hate. But Stormwind Rend does hit Eliza as well. Snow took about 16 damage from that attack, which is not great. Sodali's casting a spell, so we will not see charm shenanigans here. We're going to get triple cross. That's a big damage right there, and courage remove. Did it kill Eliza? No, she lives with a sliver of HP. That's a big deal. Joom gets shot for 9,000 damage from Elia again. Here comes Rush Not Thy Fate. Okay, Eliza's dead. Snow is low. It's a 2v2. The win team is hanging in there, but Snow's about to kick somebody in the teeth. Smite 2 comes out. He kicks Glassy. She goes down, and it's Sodali versus 2 now. Okay, Sodali, 3,300 HP, so he's low. He's got Snow right in his face. He's going to have to try to take him down. He channels a spell. I don't even know if he gets this channel off. Elia still has 33 AP. She's going to sharpshoot him. 9,157 damage is plenty to get to kill. Faz picks up the win, which means we are going to game 3.
Round 3.
Yes. We got a third match.
That was
Faz
a good
versus
pick.
Kioma.
Maybe a lucky pick, but it was a good pick nonetheless.
The danger of running an element right there, right? Is like you could run into a counter, and they both just said, hey, in match 2, I'm going with my favorite. I'm at least going with the unit that I wanted on my picture. Unfortunate for Kioma right there, but really good for Faz. And now it's winner take all. So it's really like, I don't know. Do you double like if you're the strongest fire team is probably a fire evade team with Pissarro, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have plenty of accuracy, plenty of guaranteed hit moves with the missile girls. So if Faz thought, I want to run my ice team again, and he was worried about getting countered by fire, there is a chance that they could still win, although King Mont is not hard to get to 100% ice resistance. Sure, Eliza can like limit break him and take that ice resistance down, and you could eventually like chew through him or wear out your hate, but usually by that time, Pissarro's gotten in there and messed you up, and really what fire is kind of lacking is some kind of really top tier support unit. Like Minwoo exists, so Minwoo fans, stop adding me in the chat right now. Minwoo Velis is not, right? So if Fire had a Velis like unit, that Pissarro Kingmont support team seems real strong. So like, you know, if you know, maybe Addison Ray, who knows, someday. We don't know. And I really don't know. That wasn't me like, you know, side hinting at something. I have no idea. But yeah, that's what I expect. What I actually expect right here is either for Kioma to go back to his original winning team, or I definitely think one of them at least runs dark or light. And if it's one of those two, probably dark. And if we were going to see some kind of cost limited unit, Halloween Lucia might be cost 70 on paper, but she's cost about 110 on the battlefield. That chick is good.
Well, that's what happens when we get synced up releases.
Yeah, right. She's technically 4 months early to global, correct? Yeah, I mean, she didn't have to. Yes, that's true. Okay, the room number has been put into our Discord chat, so we are going to be diving in now. Great. Here it comes.
Almost.
Was I right? Was I wrong? Did the timing not work out to be perfectly when I said it? It never does. If you've ever watched my streams before, I often try to time a sentence to exactly when something's going to happen, and it exactly never works. And so here we go. We're just right back on that. Yeah, we will be getting in the room here in a minute. And I do expect, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Dark versus Dark. I know if I was playing in the tournament, I would have a Dark team in my pocket. Something like Whisper, Ruinstern, Lucia, or something like that, which is actually a really strong cost limited team right now. That's 270 cost units. And maybe you bench Whisper for like Dark Fina or something. Maybe, my mind's a little cost limited right now. But Dark Fina, Halloween Lucia, Ruinstern, is devastatingly hard to beat. So I would just have that just in my, I mean, just pocket pick right there. Pull that out in a game 3.
Well, I can see some information yet, but I'm not going to say anything because we're still waiting for the room to be completely set up. So no spoilers from me.
And I can see nothing. So, okay. Justin, yeah, I don't want to spoil it because one person has not gotten in the room yet is basically what that means. So I don't want to say anything here live. That would tip things off.
Did the players know the map they would be on in advance? Yes. Players had a lot of time to adjust and do everything that they needed to do.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Is that the jacket with Gilgamesh on the back?
Yes. Yes. The War of the Visions jacket.
Indeed.
I can't wait till I get my new streaming room so I can frame that thing because
you're gonna frame it? I wear mine, yeah. I mean, that's cool. You can just frame it.
I'm gonna frame it. I mean, it's the first piece of War of the Visions swag that I ever got sent, so I'm framing that thing. Now, you want me to wear wasn't it a year ago?
Was it? Oh, was it for the tournament last year?
I think it was for the tournament last year.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, now, I sent out a bunch of them, so.
Okay. Hey, do you have any Square Enix ties? I would wear a Square Enix tie.
I don't own a single tie at all. I don't even own a button-up shirt.
Me neither. Okay. Here we go. And I was right, and I was right. So, here, all right, it is dark versus light. We're going to get to see Faz running Little Leela the Bold. Okay, so Little Leela, he's going to his favorite unit here. Went to the unit that was on his card for game 2 to even the series back up. Will go to Little Leela. His heart, following his heart into the finals with a balanced attack magic team. Meanwhile, Kioma goes to the OP 2022 unit, Starlight Elena, with a Sylvie and Jaden on the squad. So very, very heavy magic damage team here coming out from Kioma. Sylvie playing support and backup damage. Meanwhile, versus Dark. Here's the thing. When you're playing Dark versus Light, neither of these elements technically counter the other element. That's not how Dark and Light work. They will both do more damage against each other. However, both are good at building resistance to the other. So if they anticipated fighting their, anti-element, they could have built for it. But there's really no way to have anticipated that outside of just getting lucky. All right, Faz's team. Let's see what this buffing looks like. It's going to be Lil Lila the Bold, Halloween Lucia, and we're going to get to see Dwayne the Rock Johnson. I mean, Dwayne from War of the Visions coming out here. He's going to buff his defense and spirit, but lower his light resist. So I guarantee you Faz might be regretting leaving that buff on for Dwayne. Really good against every element in the game except for light, where he eats that debuff. Okay, Sylvie's up next, 8,193 HP. She's going to move up Resolute O Spirit defense buff with debuff resistance attached to it. With Sylvie, you need to have her buffing forward with your team, otherwise she could get stuck in the back. Jaden's up next. I bet you Jaden's in range to start raining damage down on Dwayne. Magic Blast comes out, 6,500. Jaden doesn't even have to move, preserving some of his CT, so he'll actually get to go again before Halloween Lucia goes. Iridescent Blade comes out, and Dwayne's anti-light resist gets 4 chained down to the ground. That's the first casualty of the match. Dwayne's out. Little Lila the Bold coming in strong, though. She's going to say, Shadow in the Moonlight, bring out that limit break, targeting Elena right here. She's going to dodge it? Is she going to dodge it? No, she's not. 8,400 damage. Her courage pops, but she is blind. That could be a big deal. Okay, Jaden's up next. He stoops forward, Magic Blast plus Magic Blast onto Leela. She takes about 95% of her damage, and it's Lucia's turn. Straight out of Halloween, she's out of range, though. She does give herself Protect, which won't help her against this team at all, and it's Sylvie's turn. Sylvie, a healer, is going to step forward, Knight's Blessing, a really, really powerful TMR right there that not only full heals Kioma's whole team, but gives him that attack magic shield. Crystal to shine bright onto Lucia, and Starlight Ellen is out here. She doesn't care if she's blind. She said, hey, look, Orange A earlier said my time ruling this game was over. But guess what? This is the first ever global official PvP tournament. And I came here to reestablish my dominance. And then Little Leela the Bold hits everybody for a ton of damage, but it's like not quite a ton of damage enough. She gets shot by Jaden. She goes down, and Kioma picks up the win, moving on to the semifinals of the tournament. GG. Kioma did play his flag bearer Glassy. She took the loss, but the whole account carried her forward in the tournament. GG. And yeah, both players really well played. Really well played.
Indeed. I'm very happy that our first one went to 3 rounds, just, you know, for the excitement of it all and everything else. So congratulations, Kioma. You are the first winner of our live stream today.
Yeah, guaranteed now we don't have only 2-game stomps the whole way through. We had our first match of the day was really close.
Yep.
All right.
So were there any surprises during the match at all that you would like to mention?
Katone for sure was a surprise. And then I think the biggest surprise as well was we saw, how many elements did we see in that fight? Dark and light, wind and ice, fire and lightning. We saw everything but earth in the first fight. That's pretty cool.
Yep, that is true.
If we're counting style points, I think that has to count. And Faz, sure. good fights, Faz. Way to make it all the way to the quarterfinals. And yeah, you did not disappoint. No way.
Indeed. Yes. Very good. So if anybody's wondering, I have a million things that I'm doing here while RNJ is doing his thing, doing his stream. So if I'm looking
Justin
around,
is running all the technical stuff here. I'm just like trying to watch screens and, chat about stuff. So I might just go into, sometimes I'll just go into streamer mode and just start talking about things.
Nope, that's perfect.
Okay. So you just tell me when to be quiet, Justin, but I'll just start talking. I would say Starlight Elena was huge there. Yep. Jaden, though, Jaden.
Going into the player information here. So it's the second time that she's shown up today. And our second player here is Habs. Taking a look here. Let me take a look here. Sorry about that.
I was just pinged in Discord and told I was muted. Yes. Okay. Well, okay. All right. Muted on the live stream. So, I'll just say what I said again about Kiwi. It was so bad apparently that the live stream muted me. But what I said was Kiwi from New Zealand, famous light player, but best unit or favorite unit is Alaya. That's the unit he went with on his card. So maybe we see some more Ice Missile Girls. You're probably going to see a lot of Ice Missile Girls in this tournament. That is one of the strongest teams out there. And even with the resurgence of Fire, like Ice Missile did not go away, and Fire's not a guaranteed win against them. Kind of like I was talking about earlier. Then we saw Habs' picture come up, and I don't know if there's if the difficulties with those scenes, so I'll just talk like that card is on the screen.
Nope, give me 1 second here, if you could, please. Just hang on one moment.
Yeah,
I'm going to pull it up here 1 second. Give me a moment here.
No, he was sick and all that, but Habs, following his heart, pulls Dario onto the screen. Dario is one of the better MR units in the game and is a unit that's been in the game since the beginning. So aged pretty well, in my opinion. And again, if we're talking cost limited situations, Dario's the man. And you might even get to see him tonight, although we haven't seen an MR unit yet. Okay, check this out. We're going to start Kiwi with his most famous element, the light element, and 4,500 magic. So that's pretty good. And then is that Shadow Links on Ice that I see from Habs? Okay. possible light versus dark matchup right here, and Shadow Links on Ice coming out. Now, she's a brand new unit. I do not believe I have shoutcasted a single match ever with Shadow Links on Ice in the fight. So it's going to be a little bit harder to predict what's happening as this goes on, but I will do my best. It's going to be Shadow Links on Ice, Lemure, and Dark Fina versus the exact same light team we just saw from Kioma. So let's see how that works. Kiwi going to start back in the corner, and already in range for a Magic Blast is Jaden. Now, you might think that that's a good thing. You might say, wow, Jaden's range is really busted. Look at, he's already doing damage, all of that. But Jaden has a problem. Jaden's problem, his biggest problem, is AP. If he does not get some turns to buff, to generate some AP, or to cast bells, he runs the danger of running out. Kirana's going to come through for Shadow Links, and she's already back to almost full HP. Jaden, meanwhile, is down near the 20 AP mark. So he's going to step forward. He's going to jamming thrust Shadow Links, again dealing a lot of damage to her. But if she's able to dodge, I don't know, Shadow Links on Ice, not evadey enough. And she is killed. Like, again, she's one of those, like, quasi-evade units, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. She was not able to dodge Starlight Elena's attacks. She's down. Black Rose Fina, yeah, sure, that's what she's called, catches a haste from Lemure and then buffs her own defense. Okay, here's Sylvie. She's going to cast the TMR, agility up, and give herself a shield. And you can see Sylvie's AI right there likes to stand still. There's a danger with that. If the fight kind of gets too far ahead of her, she can get stuck in the back and be out of range to heal or do damage. We'll see. Okay, Dark Venus is going to step up again, channeling a spell. Lemure is going to start channeling a spell, but it's going to be Sylvie's turn before Fina. Sylvie's just going to buff Defense and Spirit for Helena. Here comes Fina's magic. Dystopia comes out. Multi-hit attack. It kills Jaden and stops Elena. So there's our first status effect playing a big role in the night. Elena stopped. She no longer will dodge anything. She's going to take max damage. Dystopia will pop her courage. She's still stopped, though. So yes, courage kept her alive, but she's going to get full healed. She's going to stand there and do nothing. So Fina is popping off in this fight. Shadow Links on Ice did her job, I guess, of being the tank, but now it's all about Fina. Lemure's casting Shell. Give a little Shell to Fina. Why not? A little bit more support. Here it comes again. Sorcery Strike. Elena is dead. Now, oh wait, no, she's not quite dead yet. Re-raise comes through. This is the ultimate Elena build where she's just almost impossible to kill. And we've seen it. Okay, hold on, guys. We've seen this story before. Elena's alive. She's going to go Iridescent Blade. Lemure's dead. And Sylvie's about to heal her. Tell me if you've heard this before. Elena's about to, like, kill a bunch of people. Oh, wait, full life brings Jaden back to life. And the light team went from having a support and a 1 HP unit stopped to being in a 3v1. Jaden steps back, unearring shot, does not kill Fina, so she's going to get to cast her spell. It's Magic Orb. Jaden's dead again in the story and in the game. Sylvie's turn. She steps forward. Clever Paladin Strike. Re-raise, remove. Dark Fiend is down. And Kiwi looked like his back was against the wall. But look, I've done it a million times. 1 HP Elena, just, it's still a game. It's still a game. And in this case, you got to see a lot of what makes Sylvie so good. She's able to do all that healing. She brought some damage at the end, and she brought Jaden back with a full life, buying Elena that time, that one more turn she needed to kill Dark Fina. And that was GG. A very close match and another light versus dark. So if we're tracking that at all, that's 2 for light and dark, but 1 for a few other elements and still no earth. Will we see earth today, Justin?
I think with recent developments in the game, I think we will see an earth. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we'll see Eileen. See, he said nothing because probably he knew the lesson that it's better to say if you don't have anything nice to say.
I don't think we're going to see her at all. Never.
Okay.
Not in either tournament.
You know, it does hurt my heart a little bit, but I do think you're probably right. It's too bad. She did, Lancer Job just got the buff, so now at least Eileen can hit things that are not in a straight line to her front or her sides. But she still needs that one-shot power, which she doesn't have. Okay, I'll try to talk about the players who played.
Okay.
So, Kiwi, is there something that could beat that team? Maybe. Like, I'm sure something beats it, but it just beat Dark. So, if I'm Kiwi, I might feel comfortable just running that same team again, saying, hey, I only have to show one thing. I'll just show one thing until somebody makes me show something else. I think that's a pretty good idea. And if you know you're going to face that again, are you like, man, I just got unlucky? Because I don't feel like the Dark team got unlucky right there. In fact, Fina landed her stop on 2 units. Kept like the re-raise was clutch though. Like that's the thing about re-raise over courage. Courage is a really good buff. Courage is a really good buff, but you live with 1 HP and any status effect you had on you stays. Re-raise, you die, therefore, removing. I was gonna try to use Esuna in a like ing. I can't do that. Anyway, here you go. So Kiwi does look like he's going to run it back with his light team. Habs is going to fire potentially. That's Sweetheart Ildira. So it could be a full fire evade team with Ildira, Pissarro, something, maybe like a King Mott. With 3,853 attack and only 869 magic. In fact, both players have 869 of their non-primary stat, which is kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I expect a King Mott, and I expect a King Mott that is full tank. Like, just he's in there, he's maximum resist, maybe not even rocking a weapon, just trying to eat up some of this light damage. That's what I would expect here from Habs, who is definitely like, so it says 4 big party right there. He's doing his initial placement. His Shadow Links on ice did succeed in draining Jaden's HP, but never got in range to attack. That's probably a lot different fight if Shadow Links and Dark Fina are both allowed to hit the enemy, but she was just outranged, especially by Jaden. And Elena does not suffer from Jaden's weakness of running out of AP. Like, Jaden is an insanely good unit, like worthy of that 100 cost tag that he comes with. But like I said, his drawback is that AP. He doesn't start with the kind of AP that mages start with. Okay, so we'll see. Here we go. It is going to be King Mott, Pissarro, and Ildira for the fire team. There's the evasion skills buff. So agility and evasion up for the 2 evade units. And the corner team here from the light squad. Now, something to pay attention to. Will this light squad with Jaden and Elena outpace Sylvie? Oh gosh, Jaden is already dropping bombs on Mont. That was 100% intentional right there from Habs. He put his evade units in the other corner saying they need time to get their evasion buffs online before they get in this fight because I want them to dodge stuff. Meanwhile with Mont, I'm just going to let Mont just be straight up, and he still has 8,300 HP. I'm just going to let him drain. Oh my gosh, clever Paladin Strike is walls are not real if your name is Sylvie. She walks up and through about 14 feet of concrete slaps Mott with her sword. So that's a thing. Ildira's going to give herself a shield and her buffs. Jaden with 20 AP left will jamming thrust Mott. So King Mott is dead. Did he do enough? He drained all of Jaden's AP. But Elena has courage and re-raise on, so she's ready to go. Pissarro and Ildira will now have... Okay, Pissarro actually didn't do anything right there. So that's interesting. There's her first dodge, though. Okay, so Ildira does dodge the Sylvie attack and will get to counterattack. She steps forward. She's going to do her limit break, letter bomb of love. Lots of hearts, lots of love, and lots of damage. It will do a I don't know. I didn't see. It did a lot to Elena. Sylvie tanked that very, very well, though. Keep this in mind. There's bells on Jade. That's important. But keep this in mind. Pissarro and Ildira will both get to go before the light team goes again. Pissarro's going to limit break. This is on Sylvie. If he kills her, that will help a lot. It does 8,600 damage. Sylvie is out of this fight. Can Ildira take Elena out of the fight now? If she can, she cannot. It's dodge. So not enough accuracy right there on the axe throw from Ildira. Now, Pissarro's going to be prismatic punished here from Elena. He turned to face her, so he's dodging some of this. It's a multi-hit attack. How many of it does he dodge? About half, and he's about half HP. Okay, Jaden's up. No more AP problems for him. He generated about 55 AP. Unerring shot will pop the courage from Pissarro, and the fire team's on the counterattack. 50 AP from Pissarro. He steps back. Crimson cuts. That will pop the courage from Elena. She's got to be killed 2 more times. Ildira's up. She targets Elena. There's 6,100. Elena dies and re-raises. Okay. Elena's out of lives. She had 3 hearts when she walked into this fight. She has 1 heart left, and Pissarro just dodged her attack. Jaden has to make a choice. He chooses Pissarro and kills him. So it's Ildira versus 2. Okay, Ildira, what can you do? 15 AP. You are the cool unit in this match, I would say. She goes constricting cleave at Elena, and she kills her. It's a 1v1. It's
one.
Jaden with all of his AP who pulls out his limit break against Ildira. He's laughing to the bank, but does he do enough damage? Not quite. Ildira will get to slap him for 18-11. Now, can Jaden hit her? It's going to be Jaden's turn next. He's going to what? He's going to step to the side. I bet he goes up those stairs. I bet he goes upstairs. Wait, is he summoning? Summon's a guaranteed hit. So if he pulls out a summon, this fight is over. He's going to step back, unearring shot. He just could do that instead. So down goes Ildira in a very, very close match. And Kiwi Stings does go ahead, reruns the light team. This time only Jaden survives. But Kiwi gets the 2-0 and will move on in the tournament to fight Kioma in the next round. That's the 2 veterans of the unofficial tournaments facing each other. 2 will come in, 1 will come out. Kiwi versus Kioma in the semifinals. There it is. He did not have to show his Elia comp if
Awesome.
he has one.
Very well done.
I will now breathe. Justin, talk about something.
What can I talk about? I think what we're going to see, I think almost every fire comp that shows up today is going to have Mr. Pissarro in it. I think he was really a staple for that element here very recently.
Oh, yeah. Pissarro and his vision card took fire from a bottom tier element to like respectable tier. Now we have Yuffie coming pretty soon, right? And that will help a lot. Like, I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about future stuff, so I'll probably avoid it. But let me just say that fire has love coming down the pipe in terms of some people's favorite ninja. Maybe. Possibly. Or maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know. I'll talk about something else. Next up, we have Suiko. I believe I'm saying that right. Suiko versus Francis. So
let's take a look here.
Okay, here we go. So Suiko from Indonesia, favorite character, Elena, no comment. Again, just says, hey, here's Starlight Elena, who is 3-0 on this stream so far today. So maybe nothing more needs to be said than just Elena.
She has been a dominant force for, it seems like almost 2 years now.
You know, and she's not just great in PvP, but if you're doing any sort of content in this game, that girl will do work for you. Like PvE, guild raids.
Nice. Basically, anytime I need a 3-chain, I just go with her. I have a light team set up, boom, she's in there. I clear it, I click auto, and then I go get a drink.
And she looks really cool.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah,
very popular unit from FFBE, crossed over into War Divisions, and very popular here as well.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, Francis from Chile. I think I said that. Yeah, Chile. Okay, there's always a way forward as long as you don't give up. So favorite unit, Winter Luartha, or maybe just Luartha. Winter Luartha was is my favorite winter unit, and for a long time was my favorite wind DPS unit in the game. Before Flagbearer Glassy came out, she's kind of like Flagbearer Glassy's a cost 100 unit, and it is all of that cost 100. Luartha is not, but is almost as good as Glassy. So I will be excited if Francis pulls out Winter Luartha today. That'll be major style points for Francis, I think.
I think so as well. And you had a good comment about Luartha being who she was when she came out, the Winter Luartha. She dominated when she came out. It basically seemed like if anybody was in front of her spear, PvE, they were gone.
Oh, yeah. And if I remember right, the first Guild Wars map we had when Winter Luartha came out was the map where it's like you started on obviously 2 different sides of the map, and then there was a big like platform in the middle, and she had exactly the range to just drop spear bombs over the top of that map. And it was, oh my goodness, she was just deleting people.
Yep.
And
Stabby stab.
Oh yeah. Yeah, her voice is perfect too. Like whoever voiced Luartha, I can't think of it off the top of my head, did a great job with that voice acting. In fact, most of the War Division's voice acting is really, really good.
Yeah, we've had some pretty big names here as of late. Not
Yep.
as of late, but you know,
Well, the
like
whole time.
the whole time. But I was gonna say the another story. You know, Lucio, June, those sort
Oh.
of stuff. Those were some pretty big names in the VA sphere.
Yeah, and I always liked I like the choice there with the another story of like doing it. It's kind of like it's like a 2D story where things are just on the screen,
Hmm.
then you play the matches. But over that was the voice acting, which definitely helped you kind of get into the story a little bit.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
liked it.
I like it too. I like the style.
Yeah.
It's probably easier on the developers too to just go, "Hello, how
Yeah.
are you? Hello."
That probably had something to do with it, if we're being real. But
But it does
any
not
sort
take
of
away from my experience at all.
no, and any sort of like bonus content. Okay, for example, the Dragon Quest collaboration that's running right now.
Hmm.
It's cool that that comes with a story element to it. Whether you like
Yep.
Dragon Quest or not, if you don't like it, just skip it. But for the people who do like it, you get to experience it. Also, the slime 3 times a day quest gives
It's awesome. You got to
millions of
kill
experience.
the metal slimes though. Make sure to do that.
Yeah, well, if you clear it, you can skip ticket it, which is just awesome. And so, or man, wait, hold on. Is there a better? If is it more experience if you don't skip ticket? Have I been doing it
I'm not
wrong?
sure actually. That's a good question.
Chat will
But you
know.
have to kill all 4 metal slimes in order to get the Buku experience.
The maximum XP. I know today I put a unit that I hadn't leveled. It's probably like regular little Leela or something
Mhm.
in there at level 1, and she was level 50 when she walked out of there. Okay.
Wow.
Meanwhile, we've got Suiko from Visipur, the current like #1 ranked guild in global. So rocking that VIP tag or faking it, but that person's in that guild. And then Francis showing Flag Bearer Glassy. So we're gonna get to see a probably very top tier Pissarro comp right here. With 3,200 attack, and notice the 1973 magic. So this will not be a King Mont with Ildira comp for Suiko right here. So it'll be something else. And then Francis is also showing a 3,100 attack squad with 1,900 magic with Flag Bearer Glassy, the unit we were just talking about right there. So it's 2 elements at least, and neither of them are opposed to each other. So we're just, if they stay true to these elements, we will end up just seeing the actual damage numbers, right? No reductions or bonuses, just fire versus wind. And what can they do? We'll see. I will say, if I'm running Evade, I do not want to see Flag Bearer Glassy. She has 3-hit AoE 100% hit attack that is devastating to evasion units. So yeah, now both players are ready. So the match is going to start here any moment. I don't want to go on
Yep.
another little tangent. But what do you think that magic unit on the fire team is right here?
I'm gonna say, oh no, now I'm under pressure. I don't know. I can't think fast enough. Marguerite. Just kidding.
Margaret. Okay, you know what? It turns out it wasn't Marguerite. This is actually just wind versus wind. Okay, now let me try to piece together in my head what the Pissarro team is thinking. They've got Sottily, Glassy, Pissarro here versus a wind team that is almost a duplicate of their team, except June. If you're Pissarro, there is a ton of 100% hit stuff on Francis's team, so you're probably not dodging very much right here. Meanwhile, it's going to be bombs getting dropped from Sottily and Glassy. This match could very well just come down to which team kind of accidentally moves into range first and then gets chained down. Or it could also come down to, is Joom tanky enough that having a tank on your team instead of another damage dealing unit was the better play? There's bells for Suiko's Glassy, so she will not have AP problems this whole time. Sottily probably in range to move up. No, he's going to instead Divine Sacrament. So there's the elemental resist buff, and he gets a little spirit piercing, which will be nice. Glassy for Francis scoots forward, dispelling Dragonflight, dodged. There's the first dodge of the match. So Pissarro does come out immediately and get a dodge in. It's going to be Sottily next. He scoots forward. He's going to not limit break. He's going to channel a spell. Joom's going to step forward. Stormwind Rend, that's a 100% hit move. So it hits everybody and debuffs their agility, but the auto cure comes in from Sottily. Meanwhile, Francis is Sottily, rush not thy fate. This will be dodged by Pissarro, and look at this. that Pissarro is out here getting dodges in. He's at 60% HP and on the counterattack. Crimson Cuts comes out. This time the auto cure does not proc from Sottily, and he's in danger. Glassy comes up. Stalling Spear Flight comes through, and Sottily is dead. Joom is low. Can this Glassy turn it around? Stalling Spear comes out. Both Sottilies are now dead, but guess who dodged it? Pissarro dodged it, and he's out here just putting a show on. Okay, Joom's up. She does have Stormwind Rend. That will not get dodged, but it also doesn't kill anybody. And now it's Pissarro's turn. Is Pissarro going to get his first win of the tournament? Falcon Slash comes out, and he Falcon punches Joom straight off the map, but she has re-raised courtesy of Sottily, so she'll get to live to fight another day. Meanwhile, it's Glassy's turn. She has 100% hit attacks. She's going to do it. Triple Cross comes out. That's a double kill. Are there courages or re-raises left? There is a re-raise for Pissarro, so he is still in it, but he's out of AP. It's Joom's turn. How much AP does she have left? 6. So 0. She whiffs. She takes a swing at Pissarro and whiffs, which means he will buff his defense piercing rate and his slash resist piercing rate. So you don't want this man dodging your moves, but he doesn't kill her. Joom lives through it. How much AP does Glassy have left? 27. She's going to Dispelling Spear Flight, 6,700 damage, and the Mono Wind team from Francis does take down the Pissarro team, although I must say Pissarro put on a clinic. He was out there doing all of the work. Just at the end of the day, Glassy had enough guaranteed hit to take him down and enough range. Now, here's something I'm curious about, and maybe some people in chat. I'll even pull up the Twitch chat here to see if anybody knows. Chat, was that Pissarro team that way because there's one of those Rainbow Vision cards that benefits all of them? Like, was that a Rainbow Vision card team? Off the top of my head, like, I just don't have those things memorized yet. Every time I'm using them, I have to like go into the builder and click like okay, wait a second, which
it is kind of like that. Pro tip for anybody that isn't sure exactly, if you click on the buffs that the vision cards apply, it shows you the units that it applies to. So. Correct.
Okay, chat says Dark Tetrasylphid. So Dark Tetrasylphid is a fire and wind vision card. So he was taking advantage of that. Yeah. Some people in chat also
not
say
a job-based VC.
No, not a job-based VC. No, correct. Yeah, just to be clear, that is a dual element VC, not a job-based VC. We have yet to see the job-based vision card come out and do work. So yeah, there we go. Still, I wonder if like that's one vision card that hit all of them. But you're losing out on some other buffs. I'm not going to sit here and question Visipor's team building though. That would be
They know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing. Yeah.
But maybe somebody knows what they're doing more because they got their 1-0
But
so
Francis
far.
did pick up the win. Mono Wind is really, really good. You just don't want to run into Mono Ice. And yeah, chat was saying they underestimated just how strong Flagbearer Glassy was, and she just showed it. Sottily kind of got picked on a little bit in that match, I feel like. But Glassy showed up big. Joom survived the whole thing. Like, Joom was alive. It took a re-raise, but she lived the whole time. So that was pretty cool.
Something that I've kind of been thinking about watching this tournament so far is if we go back to a year ago when we were doing the tournament back then, like there was a couple courages or re-raises, but like these days, like if there's not 5 courages and re-raises happening in the match, then you're doing something wrong, basically.
Yes. In fact, when a new unit comes out, I immediately go check, do they have courage removal? Do they have re-raise removal? Are they like, what's the name of our new girl who has both? Oh, names. I'll just look at it. Our girl Resnick the Hoppy, who has courage and re-raise removal in her kit, and is an earth unit. We still have not seen earth yet. So if you need somebody to knock a little courage, knock a little re-raise off, she could do both of those things for you.
I do hope we see Resnick today.
So do I. I've been using her a lot lately, and she has not disappointed at all. So that's been great. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, like if we go back a year ago when we were having the tournaments, what do we have now? Like Trust Stones are a lot. I don't remember the exact time that we had the tournament last year. I know it was during the anniversary, but did we have one after that? I can't remember.
You and I have not.
Okay.
No.
So I'm talking about like officially on the channel. So like a year
Right,
ago
okay.
when we gave out those titles and everything like that, like trust stones weren't really a thing. Second VC weren't really a thing. Now
Right.
we have +6 equipment that's coming out, and then we've had a bunch of job buffs that are coming out, and
Well,
a
and
bunch
not
of
only
master abilities that have come out. Like the game is completely different than it was a year ago.
it is, and not only have trust stones been out that much longer, building them is considerably more accessible now than it was when they first came out. So maybe people like, okay, like one of our participants there was in Visiport. They were probably all maxing trust stones from the go. But I know most people weren't because it was a grind. It took some work to do. So it was a sweaty thing to do, right? But
Yep,
nowadays, like trust has been out for a long time. Background farming is in the game, which means farming those rooms
that's
is
true.
really, really easy. So I think you see a lot of maxed out trust stones now. And think about all the times you hit a unit for 98% of their HP. And think to yourself, if I had attack 20% on a trust stone, I'd have killed him. Oh my. Well, this is interesting. So,
This is interesting.
good news. Starlight Elena will take her first loss of the stream momentarily. It's
she
guaranteed.
she has. Let me think of what am I trying to say here? I was trying to make a pun about a radiating gem, because she's always the core of all of these PvP tournaments and everything like that. She's persistent since the moment she came out,
Oh, yeah.
like a radiating gem. I guess I don't know.
There are two things that I love to see in a tournament. Well, love, I don't know. One is Elena losing, and two is Reflex. Because, like, yeah, Reflex. We haven't seen Reflex yet
Mirror
today.
team, interesting. Okay,
I bet you it will come through. Okay, now wait a second here. Is it
this is
actually a
gonna
mirror
get
matchup?
confusing.
Oh
Yes, it
boy.
is.
Okay, so at least I haven't called anybody Ibarra yet. But here we go. We've got Francis on the right. We've got Suiko on the left. Both players are running Jaden, Elena, Sylvie. Jaden for Suiko does buff all 3 units with his first turn, so that's a pretty good deal. And now we sit back and watch Elena apply courage and re-raise to herself, because I imagine both Elenas are running zombie TMR. It's almost a guarantee when you see an Elena that she is going to be giving herself courage and giving herself re-raise from zombie Ryu's TMR, which, if you didn't know, was one of the most impactful trust masters in this game. Like, if you're ever looking for a top 10 trust master
Yep.
list and it does not include zombie Ryu's TMR, you are reading the wrong list. That is absolutely, it is one of the best ones. Okay, I'm filling some time while these teams move forward, move into range. Here comes Elena. There's evasion up. So Francis's Elena does not apply re-raise, instead applies the evasion buff. Let's see what Suiko's does. Suiko, there it is, zombie transform. So courage and re-raise for this Elena. She's got to die 3 times. It's like a game of Mario or something where you got 3 hearts and they're all full right now. And then, just in case you have the reset button with Sylvie, I'll stop with those puns. Here's All Protect Everyone coming out, 5,400 damage and buff removal. Sylvie actually the first unit to move forward and start dealing damage. Unerring shot is undodgeable. That is high accuracy shot. It will hit Elena, take off her courage. Magic Blast comes out and it is dodge. Francis is in a lot of trouble right here. His first attack was dodged, and unavoidable attacks or unavoidable pain have taken down Starlight Elena for him. And his Elena is down. The enemy's Elena is alive. Full Life is going to try to turn that around. Here it comes. If they're all full faith, that is basically a guaranteed hit, and it does. But guess what? She's going to get chained down. Here's a, oh no, Magic Blast. Jaden takes the aggro and takes the shot, so he'll die. That will maybe give this Elena a chance to go. I don't know. Sylvie goes Clever Paladin Strike. No, Elena's dead again. Okay, so there goes Elena, and I'd be celebrating it if there was not another Elena who's just going to pop her own evasion buff again. Suiko's team is coming out here putting on a clinic of mono light. Sylvie's turn. Sylvie, what are you going to do? You're just going to try and heal yourself? Yeah. Sylvie says, I'm going to try to just win by sustaining myself. And Sylvie, it's not going to work. Jaden steps forward. Jamming Thrust. One of my original favorite moves in this game. The Adelar Jamming Thrust meta is not here anymore, but Cheerful Paladin Strike. The mere Sylvie kills the other Sylvie, and we will have a game 3 in what was a dominating Game 2 performance from Suiko's
Indeed.
Sylvie, Ellen, and Jaden.
So from what I understand, the pre-live stream tournament matches were basically like 2-0 for most of them. And getting into the
Really?
quarterfinals here, it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case today.
So the cream is kind of rose to the crop. The cream rises to the top, I suppose. Good.
I like the first thing you said.
Cream rises to the crop. You plant the crops, the cream shows up, and it's rising.
Didn't somebody used to say that? The cream rises to the top.
Yeah, probably
Somebody
like
will know that
old
reference.
people from where I'm from. Yeah, but we're filling time here, so I'm just talking in bad Kansas English, and it's fine.
You're speaking very well.
Thank you. Welcome to the Heartland.
You're a teacher after all. You have to enunciate clearly and speak very well.
My enunciations. I haven't called anybody a bara yet, as chat has pointed out, and that probably will happen. It's almost guaranteed that I'll call somebody a bara, or maybe somebody will run a bara.
I hope so. I don't suspect so, but I hope so. If there's anybody that I want to see, is there anybody that you like 100% you don't think that they're going to show up, but you want them to show up today?
Starts with an A and rhymes with...
No, other than her.
Oh, other than her.
We get it. You like Eileen. Who else?
Well, I didn't know I was going to be restricted. Okay, let's see. Man, you got to go first. You got to go first because I don't have one yet. I got to
obviously
look
I'm not
at a
going to
list.
say like an SR unit or something like that, but like
right, someone with a chance.
A UR, let's say a UR unit.
Okay, UR unit. How about? Oh man, hold on. I'm pulling up a list. I'm just going to look at a list.
I would love to see Farm. If Farm showed up today, I would be very happy with that. When Farm came out, she was my Elena killer for about a couple weeks before the whole entire meta changed.
Okay, so I'm going to say a very underrated but really strong unit, Queen Macherie.
That's right. She kind of snuck into the game, and I haven't really seen her a lot.
Yeah, she's really strong. She's really, really good. And I think if we see an Earth team, she will be kind of the cornerstone of that team. So that's my pick.
All right, joining the match here.
Okay, sweet.
Loading.
Okay, there was a poll in Twitch, and Twitch thanks Suiko at 67%. Wait, only 3 people voted, so that I'm going to disregard that poll. Anyway, he's running it back. He's running the mono light magic team back. It's 4,300 magic, Starlight Ellen in slot 1, and Francis is going.
Oh, nice.
To Shadow Links,
an evasion attacker here, Shadow Links.
You love to see this because Shadow Links on Ice is not seen very often right now. And so she's 0-1 today. Can she knock a Starlight Elena team out of the tournament? It's 3,000 attack, 1,800 magic for Francis. So we will see. I don't think I'm going to see my Queen Macherie behind that, Shadow Links, but I do appreciate the flair here, right? This is definitely a cool points unit coming through. Okay. Here we go.
And Shadow Links, I think she holds a special place in the global game, whether you like her or not, because she was a fan-voted unit. So
yeah, we voted for her. I mean, she's got to. Okay. Her teammates this time, Joker and Halloween Lucia. So, okay, Joker has that AoE protect buff, and that's kind of unfortunate for Francis right here that he's going to end up running back into this full-on magic team. Like, that protect is not going to do anything against these light mages. But this also, again, could be one of those fights like the first one that comes down to who moves into range of everybody else first. There is a Halloween Lucia right here. Something else that could make a big difference is, can Halloween Lucia turn somebody into a frog? If I was judging Francis's team, I would say it is going against about the worst case scenario. Both Joker and Lucia love to go against physical units, and Shadow Links on Ice has said, I'm wasting no time. I'm going to get in there and start dropping bombs. She does drop a pretty big bomb. Chunks Jaden and Sylvie out a little bit, but Sylvie is just going to heal that up. And Shadow Links on Ice looks a little bit extended. Now, perhaps Francis said, I have an anti-dark team, and that's what I'm pulling out here, or an anti-light team. We'll see. If this does like 1 billion damage to Shadow Links, this is definitely not an anti-dark team. And it does 900,000, not 1 billion. So she does live by a little bit, just enough for Jaden to step up and Golden Magic Blast her out of this fight. So Shadow Links on Ice is dead. First casualty of the match. And now we'll get to see some healing come out from Sylvie. It's going to be Knight's Blessing. So not only is it a heal, it is a shield for her whole team. A protection buff comes on, another protect. Like, oh my goodness. It's just not a good matchup for Francis's team. Unearring Shot will kill Lucia in one shot. Like, man, that physical shield that Lucia has is dominating against physical units. I can't stress it enough. Like, this is just not a good matchup for Joker and Halloween Lucia. Joker's going to try to do something right here. He steps forward. He's going to double shot. It is double dodged by Elena. And, I mean, put a bow on him, right? Like, he never saw it coming. If you get it, you get it. He gets hit by Sylvie right there with her sword. It's going to be Jaden's turn next. He's going to drop a drill shot. That is enough damage to kill him. And the dark team goes down. Visipor Suiko picks up the win. Francis is out. Francis, mad props for pulling out that really cool dark team in the last fight. Just unlucky with who you ran into. Man, GG is right. And congratulations, Suiko. Moving on forward.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yes. We have one more matchup here in the quarterfinals before we head into the semifinals, I guess is what you would call them. And then we have the finals after that.
Yeah, best of 5 in the finals, too, by the way.
Best of 5. So I've noticed there's a lot of people that are switching their teams out pretty frequently so far. Some people aren't. Some people kind of sticking with it. Other people are definitely switching it out.
Yeah, twice what we've seen is somebody has lost the first match, gone to the bench the second match, dominated with their comp, and said, all right, we'll send it again. Except for Kiwi, who busted out the light comp early and then just ran it over. Like, if I'm watching this fight, if I'm watching these right now, I'm definitely coming through with an anti-light comp for my future match, because light has been dominant so far today. I didn't expect that.
Speaking of light, actually, we're going to get into our next participants here. So first one we have is, it's picked Jaden to represent him.
Yep. So Cerbu coming in with Jaden from the USA. I do know Cerbu, like, not necessarily from tournaments, but just, you know, around. This man is in the community, always around. So I have talked to him several times before. He says, let the light of the crystals guide us. Big King Jaden coming out probably. Like he has about 10 times already on this stream.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that's who they're going to pick. So
True.
And now let's take a look at the other player that we have as I jump into the room real quick.
Okay.
And that is...
Now, I always pronounce this next name as Lickig. Lihkg. Lickig. And we were talking off stream. Okay, now, first of all, big props for the Howlet picture.
That's true.
That would be a really cool unit to see come out. And then Lickig says, hey, make Addison Ray triple S tier. If she's support fire unit at that like Velis level, then there it is. And guess what? It's going to be light versus light right here. Cerbu versus Lickig. Jaden coming in, Sylvie coming in. But do note on Jaden's team, 2100 attack means it is not that Jaden magic team that we've seen with Elena. Now, Elena could still be in there, but 2100 attack, there is definitely a physical damage carry hiding in there. Maybe it's Thancred. That would be cool.
I doubt it. That would be interesting.
Don't doubt that thing. Come on, Thancred. Come on. This would be your moment. Global's first now it's Locke. Yeah, of course it's Locke. Everybody knew it was Locke. Yeah, I'm trolling. Okay, so Locke, Elena, Jaden.
We got 68% here for Subaru on YouTube.
Okay, so chat thinks Cerbu's picking up this win. Let's see. we got an Engelbert here as well. Now, Engelbert is an original character to this game. He was the original, like, great tank. He's still really good. He does do better against physical, and in this case, there is one physical unit in the lock that he will get to go up against. Now, look at that TMR active right there from this Jaden. Jaden not going with bells, which you oftentimes see, but gives himself haste instead, and he's going to get another turn very, very early. Here's Engelbert, 12,400 HP. Oh, there's our first Keenblade activation of this tournament. Keenblade is a very, very often seen TMR in high-level PvP. It gets your whole team another turn, and it got Elena a chance to get her courage and re-raise off. So that was a very good use of the Keenblade Engelbert right there, who's immediately going to start getting chunked out by this magic damage. Now, Elena right here is showing double flame swords. I guarantee you she's not actually using 2 flame swords. That's just definitely like a cosmetic trick there. But she does get a little bit of damage onto the enemy Elena. Here's Engelbert, still 7,300 HP left. He will give himself courage. So courage hate up, a very powerful tank move. He keeps moving forward. Lock up next. He's going to move forward. AP Hunt comes out, hits Engelbert, steals a little bit of his AP, but Elena dodges it. Sylvie's up next. She's going to limit break here, make a wish. This is a heal with a shield attached to it. It's a one-hit attack and magic shield, and she tops off her team. Something that Lickig has over Cerbu right here is a tank and healer. In a tank healer comp, if your tank can keep generating aggro, stay away from your team, and your healer can keep them alive, a lot of times you could just out-sustain the opponent. Elena's going to go in here and try and do a little damage for him. Almost all of that damage was dodged. We've seen both of Starlight Elena's use their limit break, and neither one of them did much at all. Crystal Shine Bright will hit Engelbert again. He's starting to get low. Jaden with 13 AP left is going to step to the side, an unerring shot. That's his 100% hit shot. Does shoot Elena with that, but notice that they're both still like very much alive, and this is kind of what I'm talking about. AP Hunt comes out, Engelbert's still alive, and guess who's out here? Sylvie's out here. Now the question from Lickig is this. Okay, and this he answers it immediately. Some Sylvies will run White Mage sub and leave on the healing moves. Some will just run the limit break, full life, and damage moves. So she's the damage type, and she removes the re-raise from the lock, who then is killed by a 100% hit move from Elena. Engelbert is going to get his courage popped, and that is perfect timing to pop his courage, because Jaden with no AP, oh, I was going to say, I thought Jaden would just shoot him once, but apparently no, like, there was like a range height issue there or something. Engelbert is up on that edge, so I'm guessing that's probably it. Sylvie buffs herself and stands forward, the classic Sylvie move. Crystal Shine Bright will not quite kill the Jaden. Can Engelbert kill Jaden right here? Engelbert with 39 AP does just walk up to Jaden and punch him with his shield, which kills him. And it's Elena versus 3. So Lickig's Elena versus 3 from Light. She will kill Engelbert. So it's Elena versus 2. How many lives does this Elena have left? Does she have 2? Does she have 3? I didn't see if she got that TMR re-raise on. Unavailable pain, 4889, about 55-60% of her HP chunked out right there. Let's see what she can do. So Cerbu's Elena, she's going to do what? I think I probably confused the people about 4 times right here because they're running essentially the same comps. Well, Light versus Light. What? Yeah, they got lots of swords. Okay, Sylvie's going to channel full life, try to bring Engelbert back in. She succeeds. So the 1v3 Elena is still a thing. There's the courage. So one of her lives is gone, and she's at 1 HP. She's going to get a turn. Unavoidable pain. She will hit Engelbert for 4782. That's not going to cut it right there. Okay, unavoidable pain again. She goes down. Did she have re-raise? She did not. And Lickig picks up the win in the first match. Light versus Light.
Congrats.
Light wins. Elena beats Elena, just like we've seen before. And hey, if you were interested, I did not think Starlight Elena would be this prevalent today. Like, she is all over this tournament right now.
So when you do your Friday night fights, if she's not possible to be on there, does she have such a strong presence?
No, it depends on the map a lot for sure. Elena definitely likes a map where she has a little bit of time to ramp up, like get her courage, get her re-raise. This is a map that provides that for sure. But a lot of the things, like, for example, ice meta comps are pretty good against her, right? Sit back there from max range, drop your 100% shot, sharpshoots on her, take her out. There was like a time when she was every map's best unit, I would say. That's not right now. Now, we do run a lot of like cost limited things, or we run a draft. Now, if we're running a draft, she is banned every time.
Well, I
So,
think that maybe it signifies something there.
yeah. So, I mean, that's something to keep in mind for sure. Yeah. Now, I'm just waiting for somebody to come out here and pick up a free win because they run an anti-light of 18. Like, you could build that. You could pull something out that can beat this. But players seem to be, I don't know. We'll see. I just think that the finals, I just have this feeling that the finals of this tournament do not come down to a Starlight Elena Light of 18. Maybe that's famous last words. Maybe I just talked myself into looking like a complete fool. But there we go.
You know, speaking of I just lost my train of thought because I was reading Discord. So speaking of global original units here, somebody that had a brief moment of a very bright light was Zazan, the Unkillable.
Yeah.
I feel like he's kind of disappeared lately.
You know, and he has. And he is, like, Zazan the Unkillable is sort of like Starlight Elena in that you can run him with a Courage Re-Race thing. But he's not in Light. Like, Light is so much better than Earth. And so I think that holds him back a little bit. But even if I'm sitting here, like, thinking about Earth teams to run, like, okay, say I have Resnick the Hoppy, and I'm like, oh, I want to run an Earth of A team. Yep. Do you know who comes to my mind? Halloween Frederica and Catone. For some reason, Zazan just does not like he's better than Catone, but Catone kind of does cooler things than he does. He had his moment in the sun for sure. And then I feel like he kind of got left behind somehow. You could definitely still use him though. And I hope somebody proves me wrong and just pulls him out in this tournament and makes a deep run with him. That'd be really awesome.
Yeah, it would be nice to see him again.
Okay. Yeah, I also lost my train of thought there a second ago because the message in Discord was like in Japanese, and I was like, sitting there, and I was like, "Can I read this?" And no, why am I even trying? Like, just no. Oh man. Right. Okay.
I'm happy with what we see here, so let's take a look.
Okay, I can't see yet. We're here. Okay. We are going to see Cerbu go to the bench and pull out a dark team. Now, this could be an anti-light dark squad. If so, I think it might have been a good play. Meanwhile, Licking is running his light team again. Probably the same squad. His was the Engelbert Sylvie Elena team. And it was cool to see Engelbert. Like even though he ran Elena, and even though I will never give people cool points for running Starlight Elena, watching what I used to call standard comp, which is tank, healer, DPS, put in some work, does feel good. I like that a lot. Now, here's the thing with Cerbu's team that I'm going to point out. Joker is definitely not ideal into this squad. I just think, like, now maybe that's what he has, right? Like, some people don't have all the units. In fact, most everybody who plays the game does not have all the units. So that's something we have to keep in mind. It's not like we have a tournament realm or something where everybody gets accounts with everything unlocked. It could just go nuts. You do have to play with what you have. So it looks like for Dark Cerbu, he's got Dark Fina, Dark Leela, and Joker, the Persona 5 collaboration unit coming in. We are going to see another Keenblade activation here from Licking, and we're going to see Sylvie probably give herself re-raise. Yeah, there it is. Bunny's Protection, Shell, and re-raise come online. Sylvie's going to Curse of the Serpent. That's her re-raise. So a couple re-raises on right here. Can we get some stops? That's something that Dark Fina can do, is come out here and maybe land some clutch stops like we've seen earlier before. There's another courage buff coming out there from Leela the Bold, so she's stepping forward. Joker could pop bells or something right here. Yeah, there it is. That seems to be the 1-2 combo from Joker. AoE protect into bells is his most common thing. And then he might look to start doing some of his long-range moves. Engelbert's going to put courage on himself. He has 69 AP and courage, so he's looking pretty nice. Sylvie steps forward. She's going to do nothing on her next turn. And now Fina gonna open up the damage. Sorcery Strike for 8,800 damage. That's big damage. Here comes Starlight Elena. What kind of light resist is there? Enough to keep Fina alive for at least one more turn. although her turn is not going to include, is not going to come in before Sylvie's does. So Sylvie's going to get to heal her squad. Engelbert did have his courage popped, which is a big deal, but he's going to be probably full HP and with a one-hit shield. Nah, almost full HP. He has so much, even that monster heal does not full heal him. Joker's up next. He's going to step forward right to behind Fina, and he's going to maiming slash. Okay, pops the courage from Starlight Elena and will take Engelbert pretty low. There's Graceful Undoing coming out. It's a triple kill. Everybody dies except Starlight Elena pops her courage and Sylvie re-raises. Okay, Dark Fiend is coming up now. And this is what I was talking about. This is a dark comp that's coming out here and just putting it to light, but don't count her out. Guys, here she is. She's got 2 swords. She just killed Fina. Do not count her out. I know Fina's coming back to life. I've just seen it too many times. I will never count a Starlight Elena comp out. Here comes Knight's Blessing. Sylvie only cast out on herself. So really, really selfish right there from Sylvie. You're supposed to be helping your squad out here, Sylvie, but that's okay. Here's Joker. He's going to do his limit break. Riot Gun comes out. So Arson, he summons him straight from Persona 5. He's going to take off the mask, watch the explosion, and it does 11,000 damage. And Starlight Elena is very dead for the second time, but now she'll have to die a third time. Little Leela, can you do it? 22 AP. What you got in your bag? You're going to get anti-evil, which is an accuracy debuff, and then you're going to whiff your auto attack. That's a oof. Okay. Here she comes. Lux Overflow. Fiend is dead. So it's now a 2v2. Uh-oh. Sylvie's going to cast Full Life on Engelbert. Uh-oh. Here it comes. Joker, you need to do big things. Joker, we're counting on you. Okay, Elena's out. It's a 2v1 for a moment. Here comes Engelbert. Full Life. It misses. So Engelbert, yes, Engelbert's not a unit that runs high faith, which means you can miss your full lives on him, and that hurts. All Protect Everyone comes out from Sylvie, does a little bit of damage to Little Leela the Bold, but not enough. And 169 AP on Joker. He ambushes Sylvie. She will re-raise, but no, she won't. Her re-raise was removed. No, she got popped earlier. Cerbu picks up the win, and Light falls to Dark. Finally, somebody said, I'm sick of losing to Light. I'm going to bring something that beats it. Gets a Dark team together, which I do think is stronger than Light generally right now, and wins the fight. We will get a Fight 3. Justin, you look like you are itching to say something.
I was just going to say that you really counted Joker out there at the beginning. You started out of the gate saying that he's not going to do very well. You didn't say, I don't know exactly what you said, but he ended up shining pretty well there.
He did. You know what? You know what Joker did a really good job of there? Hanging in the back.
Yep.
Like DPS units, you don't want to get up there. Like Joker, look, you might feel cool, but you don't want to go stand up there and get AoE to death. Nope. He chilled in the back line and just took Elena out a lot of times, because it takes a lot of times to take Elena out. So that was really, really nice. Okay. Yeah. And then we both got distracted reading Discord again. So that's cool. Let's see. Yeah. Now, okay, let me go look at Dark here. I want to go look at Dark's units. If, you know, Joker's pretty dang good, actually.
He's been a pretty dominant force since he showed up from the collaboration.
He has been. I think Ruinstern right now is in a really good place. I would expect to see some Ruinstern before the end of the night. I bet you some people have that built up. That would be the Dark unit that we haven't seen that I would expect to see at some point, because we've seen quite a bit. We've seen Fina, Lucia, Shadow Lynx twice, Little Leela the Bold, Joker. Have we seen Lemire yet? I don't know that we have.
Yeah, we did. We saw her once.
We have seen Lemire. We have not seen Black Robe Helena. We've seen her TMR. But I think Ruinstern, we've seen Dwayne even. I think Ruinstern is on that top tier of Dark. I would not be surprised to see him pop out. Oh, man. I'm over here reading chat, seeing if anybody's see what chat's got to say. Sylvie's a game changer for Light. Wait till we get Gilgastern. Oh yeah, right. Light has some more good stuff coming down the pipe as well.
Yep. Although I can't speak to any of that. I don't know. Spoilers.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. I feel like Light probably has good units coming. There might have even been a YouTube video released on a certain specific official channel.
Maybe take this opportunity to give a shout out to your YouTube channel.
Oh, okay, sure. If you guys want to follow me, if you want to participate in like the unofficial tournaments, I don't host them on the same week as the official tournaments, but youtube.com/orange or twitch.tv/orange. You can follow me in those places. I do videos. I do live streams. Mostly I just cover War of the Visions right now. So if you want to see some War of the Visions content, Come on over.
Come on over.
All right. We're still setting up the next room. Yeah.
Jinx.
This is definitely the part. So, like, when you're doing tournament live streams, there is one player, and I'm not going to call this player out by name, because if you know, you know. But this player is infamous in the unofficial tournament scene for when it's their turn to play, you just should go get some popcorn, maybe start doing your laundry, finish doing your laundry, have it all folded, and they will have probably built a team by the time you have done that thing. Yeah.
For sure.
And so, like I said, I'm not trying to call anybody out right here, but I do like how, how these teams were pre-made coming in. That's a really good idea. Maybe that's something I will do on the unofficial tournaments later. Yeah, I think that's something I'll steal from this.
I like
it's a good
that.
idea.
You're welcome.
Just kidding. Thanks, Justin. What a good pivot that was. Professionally done.
This tournament has been a tremendous amount of work behind the scenes, though. Like, I know that you do it every week. It's awesome. And I know it's a lot of work on your end, too. But, like, as far as, like, on our end goes, it's been lot of work. We posted a message the other day, kind of letting people know why the rewards were set up that way. We're just trying to really pull in as many people as we can from across the globe. Not just make this a very region specific thing to like the US or Canada or something. So, I mean, like I mentioned earlier, we even have another stream going on at the same time in Chinese language. They're doing their own thing. There's 2 of them sitting there casting, doing their own thing. I'm not sure exactly who one person is, but the other person that's on there is an influencer or a content creator from that region as well.
Yeah, that's really cool. And like that is I've always wanted official global tournaments. Like not even knowing that I would get to shoutcast them, which is awesome. But having an official global tournament, there is like you guys could just bring some manpower to this thing that me after work on a Friday cannot.
I'm gonna grab my cat. Hey, 1 second.
Your cat?
So
okay, sweet. Okay, so our guest Justin is gone. The adults are out of the room. Now it's time for the no, I'm just kidding. I actually don't have anything planned for this. And definitely not all of the adults are out of the room. There are probably still many adults here. But I do understand having to get your cat out of the room. That's something I have to do all the time. And stop talking about it, Justin.
No, I was just trying to I might need to kick him out of here very soon.
Oh, the cat. Okay.
Yes.
I think our room code
about here.
Hey, cats, like a lot of times I won't think my cat is in the room and then it like crawls out from under a bed.
The only time of the day he's not sleeping, of course, has to be when the stream's going on.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. I like what we're seeing here.
Yep. Oh, all right. So Licking goes to the bench and pulls out Winter Ravis, a newer 70 cost unit in the game, and we might get to see an ice team right here that is not an ice missile team. So how does ice like fare against dark? We'll see, because I think Cerbu's running it back with his dark team. Now here's the part where I will be wrong about Joker again. I'm going to say in a 4200 attack team like Licking is running, that AoE protect has a little bit more value. Now something else I will say is on a long map like this, protect is a 3-turn buff. So he's going to walk in there. He's going to give that buff to his squad. You got to keep track of turns, right? So here it comes. Watch. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Joker comes forward. He says, we have to survive, gives protect and a physical magic shield to himself. Okay, so he's getting kind of tanky. Leela, here's 1 turn of her protect down, but she goes with that haste and de-aggro TMR, so she's really trying to go fast. There's a reaction block rate debuff right there coming through from Winter Ravis. That could be big. You'd love to see that as well. Venus stepping forward, giving herself her re-raise. And it's going to be Alaya and Snow. So a really nice mix of damage types right here coming out from Licking. You have slashing, missile, striking, all of the damage types right here coming through. Going to be really hard to tank that. Re-raise comes through for Fina. Here's Courage coming through for Leela, so you have lots of don't die abilities online for this dark team. Joker going to pop bells again if this team comp didn't change. Yep, there it is. So he is popped bells. He's hanging in the back just like he did last time. Winter Ravis up next. She has 9200 HP, 6800 AP, and a Keen Blade. So there we go. We're going to get to see Licking doing some more CT manipulation. It's one of the most powerful things you could do in this game. There's Zombie Ryryu's TMR, which just continues to be all over this tournament, and it's Snow's turn. He buffs himself with Close Call. That is his self-heal and AoE resist buff. A very, very powerful move. Okay, Dark Fiend is up next. She steps forward, Sorcery Strike, 5,800 damage with unit attack resist down. Can Leela follow that up and pop his Courage? Little Leela's Secret Slash, yes she can, and with the healing debuff right there, he only re-heals to about 2% HP. There's Immortal Spirit, so Courage online for Winter Ravis. Alaya's up next, so she steps forward, Hail of Bullets comes out, and she frostbites somebody. Who got frostbitten right there? It was Leela the Bold, so that's a big deal. Spirit Breaker comes through, Dark Phoenix gets her re-raise popped. Leela the Bold now has frostbite, which will remove her AP before she takes her turn. So we'll have to see how much she has. Stunblade will pop the Courage. Oh, wow, that's really unlucky right here for Cerbu. I thought Snow had his Courage popped on the last turn. Oh, there's Reflex, guys. There's our first Reflex of the match. Anyway, there you go. Snow gets killed this time by Leela, who is now out of AP and will be out of AP for the rest of this fight because she's got Frostbite. Dystopia comes through. Big damage right there. Kills Alaya and stops her, but the re-raise will remove the stop when she comes back to life. Okay, Winter Ravi steps forward. Great Slash comes through. That kills Dark Vina and pops the Courage from Little Leela the Bold. Now, Little Leela's... Oh, wait. Rending Tri-Shot onto the Joker. That's an interesting choice because now Leela lives. Oh, she cast Hate down on herself. What a big brain TMR play right there on Little Leela the Bold to give herself that haste and drop aggro early in the fight. That just kept her alive. Joker effectively is tanking from the back line right now. And as the unit who's not at 1 HP, that's pretty useful. Okay, Ravis was out of range of Joker, so she just goes and executes Leela anyway. That's a big sword hitting a little girl. That's not fair. Joker's turn. He has 175 AP. He ambushes Ravis. Ravis goes down, and Cerbu picks up the win. The Dark team goes 2-0, defeats the Light team, defeats the Ice team in a very, very, very close match. Lickig did not pull out his Howlet, and he lost. Is that a coincidence? I don't think Howlet would have won either. But
that was a good
there
match.
it is.
Came down to the wire on that one.
It was a really good match. In fact, I think the most important thing that, like one of the most important things that happened in that match was that TMR choice on Little Leela the Bold. Like, she got that haste, which helped her get up there early, do some damage, and she ate that frostbite, and I was like, oh, she's probably not going to be that important. And at 1 HP, I was expecting her to just get deleted late in that fight. Instead, Joker had to tank because she put aggro down and haste. What a powerful TMR buff right there. GG, really, really
indeed.
good stuff. Justin, do you know off the top of your head, what is the name of that TMR? I'm going to look it up.
I don't know off the top of my head. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm going to go. I'll find it. Oh, you know what? I was confusing. It's a newer one, I believe, right?
Oh, well.
Chat'll know.
Yeah, chat'll know.
Yeah, that's what.
Give me 1 second here. I'm just going to step away for 1 microsecond.
You got to throw your cat out of the room? Okay, guys, the adults are gone again. Now, we see a picture of Jaden on the screen. I'm going to try. It's Pissarro's TMR. Thank you. I was confusing it with Katone's TMR, which is a move and jump buff with hate down, not haste and hate down. So, yeah, Pissarro's Battleware was the name of that TMR. There we go. Chat never lets me down when I forget things, which, if you've ever watched my streams, is all the time. Because believe it or not, there's quite a few things in this game. Justin, did you know that there's things in this game?
There are many things. I was going to say, Ketone's TMR, it removes, or it has hate down, doesn't it?
Yes. It's a move jump buff with hate down. Yeah. So it's very similar. Pissarro's drops your aggro by 6 with a 42% haste for 3 turns. Man, that's a good TMR. Also comes with 3 agility. Really, really good.
But yeah, so that actually is going to conclude our quarterfinals.
Yes.
And I think all 4 matches that we've done have gone to 3 rounds, right? Maybe the second one did.
I think Kiwi 1 and 2, okay. I believe.
Yep, that's what I
Yes.
think. So yeah, moving on to the semifinals here. So we're looking at... Actually, I think we should take a look at the bracket.
Take a look at the bracket?
Yes. Let me set it up here.
I'm pulling it up on my end as well. Kioma versus Kiwi is the next match on the bracket. 2 Friday night. That means so there's my soul, my heart is happy because a veteran of the unofficial tournaments will make it to the finals. Either Kioma or Kiwi will
Indeed.
make it. And that feels good. It's kind of like my own little guild of players that meets up on the weekends and has fun together.
That is
And
nice,
then
yeah.
yeah, then you got Suiko versus Subaru, 2 names that start with S, and both had a really good performance in their opening round matches of this stream. Again, not just I don't know what happened to them in the first 2 matches, but they've obviously been having a great night so far.
Indeed. All right, so we're actually jumping in quick. I'm very happy with what I see here.
Okay. Ooh,
I love
it's
more.
more.
More,
Not
so
more the merrier.
not more the merrier. When more came out, along with Farm, like that was sort of like my anti-light Elena comp there. Get a
Okay.
really nice light buff. Farm had, Curd remover. If you could get her to use it, is a little bit tricky. Everything
Yeah.
else, I really like. I'm a water main. Everybody knows that. Well, maybe not everybody, but I think I have like 9 or 8 units that are at 120 for water.
Nice.
Maybe like 1 or 2 for fire. but but yes, I love more. And actually, more is my title that I've always used in game.
Oh, like what's
What is it,
Moore's
anyway?
ultimate title?
It's profound astrologer.
Yeah, it had to have something to do with the stars. So
Yes.
now Moore is not a unit that we see all the time right now. Like was very popular when
Oh,
she
style
first came
points.
out.
That's right. Yeah, big style points.
Oh, major style points for pulling out more. Absolutely. And then Kiwi running a flag bearer glassy comp. Now, notice that Kiwi's comp has 3,300 magic. Moore is very, very anti-magic. Glassy, probably a problem for Moore. Like, you know what? Moore's such a cool unit. I'm going to pull her stats up on my screen over here. I got a little, let's just look her up. What is Moore's defense against piercing? Like if Glassy's allowed to hit Moore is rocking -5 on pierce resist. So not something that's her weakest attack type to go against is pierce. So if Flagbearer Glassy's allowed to hit her, that could be a problem. But you could see a Celis Astrius coming out here for Moore's allies. Astrius is definitely capable of being the better part of that 2,000 attack that Kioma's running, and Celis is a tank, so it could draw some.
I just want to say I hope
moves.
it's Lara Croft.
You hope it's Lara Croft. Okay.
It's not, but I just wanted to say that before it actually pops up here. Okay, you were
Celis
dead
Astrius.
on.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Now, we do get to see another pretty cool unit, though. We get to see Summer Jaden. So, even though there's no light element in this fight, we do still see Jaden. Jaden is still going to show up. It's Flagbearer Glassy, Sottily, who've been paired together every time we've seen Wind, and Swimsuit Jaden coming through.
She's really thinking.
Okay. Yeah, really thinking. Like Kiwi's
numbers here.
Yeah, we got a lot of thinking going on. Sometimes, like, I always wonder sometimes if, like, the client DCs, like when you jump into something like this, like sometimes the spectator will drop, and I wonder if that is what's happened here. In that case, you could oftentimes quickly rejoin the room, and you'll miss the first buffs or something. But we're waiting for, like, confirmation on Discord to see if somebody dropped. Something has happened. Like, I wonder if the Chinese live stream is seeing that. I don't have a way of quickly checking that, but if they're going live, I will do a radio play-by-play of this match. Nope, they are also looking at the units standing there. So I'm guessing that means one of the players dropped.
It says Kiwi Stings is thinking, so maybe he's just really, really thinking.
Man, he is 5-heading this in the biggest way. AI overload confirmed.
But since we're sitting here looking at some idle animations, I just want to say that I really like Summer Jaden's hair flowing in the wind.
Oh man, yeah, it's really a thing of beauty. Now, I'm waiting for confirmation here on if we're gonna have to like remake the room, if somebody DC'd or anything like that. But let's talk a little bit about Moore.
The Moore was too surprising. So.
The Moore was too surprising. It blew Kiwi Six's mind so much But here you go. So here's Moore's deal, right? She brings a ton of magic resist and spirit to a fight. In fact, one of her EX upgrades was her Fire Spirit's Blessing, which is a spirit fire resist buff. Also brings HP, making her a little bit tankier. She has a magic shield, anti-magic life wall, that is not only a 50% magic shield, but also 20 AoE resist, shell, and regenerate. So that's pretty OP. She has 100% hit move with bursting light, move jump buff. She also has a single target 100% hit move. Really, really good. Her job level 25 ability is a debuff that can silence. So again, all about being anti-magic for her. And she, of those three characters that we saw, like Celis Astrius is the most
All right, looks like we're going to actually remake the match here.
No, I think the players have the match. Try to rejoin as a spectator. Rejoin as spectator. We'll get to catch the end of it. This does happen to me quite a bit. It's a spectator bug sometimes that happens with the game. So in that case, Oh, the battle's over?
Yep.
Okay, well, there we go.
That settles that.
Never mind. Okay, well, we'll see. The drama is building. I guess. The drama of looking at Justin and me on the screen is building.
Indeed. Can we talk about some more?
Ooh, a classic pun. A classic pun.
Let's talk about her sister, Ramada.
MR unit, right? Also good against magic, correct? Like, I think I've run Ramada into magic comps before in like cost limited situations. She's got that a straw.
I was just gonna say I was just using her the other day, and she doomed somebody, and she has a lot of status effects that she can do. Unfortunately, I died before the doom could actually pop.
Right, that's the problem.
I really wish it would maybe make it one turn. That would be awesome. 3 turns is kind of a lot.
Well, and she's main job Lancer, and like main job Lancer, like it's just hard. It's just.
But she does have a hate down skill, which I really appreciate. She doesn't have a lot of buffs, so the buffs that she does use are very helpful.
Yeah, true. She got that Spellblade sub, which is really nice. The resist magic group buff on Spellblade recently got buffed to be not only a magic resist 38%, but a 20 spirit buff as well. So a very, very good anti-magic buff.
It's kind of, it's sort of interesting when you go and you look at these MR units where they have, like a lot of the UR units, their kits are sort of, like their jobs and their sub-jobs are sort of, they align a little bit. But MR units, a lot of them are just sort of,
oh yeah,
out of nowhere.
Their kits are kind of everywhere. That's true.
Yeah. And then they always get some really cool 120 abilities that just sort of eke out the quirkiness of them.
Well, and it's like their group buff, right? A lot of times they have group buffs like stun resist. And you're like, okay, so that's something. Maybe that'll be meaningful in some, limited Guild Wars situation at some point. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to take advantage of this pause to step away and use the restroom. So I will be right back myself.
I'm jealous.
You can step away. We'll just, I'll be right back.
Okay, sounds good. All right, everybody, it's just me here. I hope you're all doing very well. All right, we actually got the room number as soon as he left, of course. But we'll jump in. We'll take a look at this. I wonder what the teams are going to be. Very interesting. Anybody know? Anybody have a guess on what teams we're going to be looking at before I switch over here? My second favorite unit, it's always going to be Halloween Little Leela. She was a huge boon to my roster. So yeah. I'm just going to switch on over just so we're not looking at mostly his empty chair here. Big surprise, we're looking at Moore and Glaciella here. Yeah, possibly it was a bug. We're just going to go ahead and remake the match with the same setup, same composition. So just wait for our RNJ to come back here, and then we'll jump on in. Leave the RNJ to leave in the middle of a tournament. You guys can't see this, but I can see down his hall a little bit, so I know when he's coming back. I see a shadow. Okay, I saw a light turn off, and he's on his way back. He's coming. He's shutting his door. I'm shoutcasting. All right, he's walking towards a chair. He's taking a seat, and he has returned to us in full glory. He's putting his headset on. Hello, RNJ. Thank you very much for returning.
Oh, you didn't want to shoutcast this one?
No, we were just waiting for you. But I was shoutcasting
I'm
you
back.
returning to your chair. Because I can see down your
yes.
hall a little bit, so...
Can you actually see down the hallway? No way.
I saw your shadow. And...
Oh, you can, but the stream cannot. Okay,
no, the
I
stream
got
can.
you.
I can. So I was just
Well,
telling
good, because
everybody
there's
what was
lots of
happening.
really crazy things down that hallway. Okay. Anyway, here we go. Let's see if we got... Oh, look at this. Glassy's buffing, so we get off
right
to
in,
the
right
real
away.
start.
She's here buffing. Yep.
Ah, we're safe. Okay, so Glassy gives the accuracy buff and her self-shield to the group. Jaden picks up the re-raise buff, I believe, right there from Sottily, then buffs the agility and gives himself some AP restore. Now, Celis Astrius is one of the most powerful duos in this game. Not a lot of people are like Justin and play water, so you don't see it all the time. And definite like reason there's not a lot of water players. Celis locked behind a collaboration, so you cannot always get her. And Astrius is a Warrior of the Crystal unit, which are pretty hard to get. So you don't see this combo as much as you see some other of the OP combos in the game, but trust me, it's really good. As you watch Celis just gobble up that shot from Jaden. Like, he shoots her, and instead of it doing damage, she just eats it and gains AP. Now, this is different. This is a limit break coming out here from Sottily. So it hits her and charms her. She is going to turn around and hit her own team now because she's charmed. We're going to get to see some charm shenanigans. There's the re-race coming out for more. What's Celis going to do? She says, hey guys, guess what? I'm feeling kind of good. Rune break. She hits her best friend for about 2,000 damage. Oof. Okay, Glassy comes through, dispelling Spear Flight, and just like we talked about, because Celis was charmed, she ran out of the front lines, giving the opportunity to hit more to the Glassy, and now Jaden's going to follow it up with his limit break. Does not matter that this is magic damage. She was at 1 HP, and she will go down. Her re-raise will pop, so there we go. She is back in it, and importantly, the charm was removed from Celis. Now, Sottily's casting a spell. He gets the cast off, but it gets gobbled up by Celis. The water team is still alive, but the king fires first. He says, no, you don't more. He's gonna shoot her, and then the non-existent ability gets reflexed. It's just so sad to see what happened right there. Now, Shining Conviction comes out. Celis gets taken to about 10 HP. Astrius, you got a lot of work ahead of you, my friend. Jaden's up next. He's going to shoot Celis. Actually, he's going to just go level 4 Aurora, and that kills Celis. Okay, Astrius, you need a triple kill right now. He's going to go for it, and you know what? He killed one person. It was pretty good. That person had re-raise, but it would have been really hype if he got the triple kill. He didn't, and now he's just in a lot of trouble. Indoctrination. He will be indoctrinated into the church, and Kiwi's wind team picks up the win. The water
Congrats.
team got, I'm going to say,
Hosed on.
unlucky.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to make a pun. That would have been better. Can you redo it with a pun, please?
They could have used a little more luck.
No, you got to make a water pun.
I'll save that one for the next time we have more.
They got drowned. They got
drowned in a sea of the Church of the Crystal. I don't know. Anyway, the wind team won.
Yes, very good. Wind is a very strong element in the game in general. They're actually my backup, so
yeah,
I like wind very much.
Wind is my favorite element. I think like Earth definitely used to be. I would play Earth all the time if I could. Okay. And we did get confirmation that that was the same result that happened in the match that was off stream. So that's good.
As a reminder, this the semifinals are best of 3 as well. So it's only the finals that are going to be best of 5. So we have maybe 2 more matches coming up.
Yes. Kiwi won that one, I believe. So he's got that 1-0 lead and could definitely run. Like Kiwi last time he won his first match, ran the same comp again. Just doubled down on it, ran the same comp again. He could definitely do that here and see what happens.
Did he run that the first time?
No, he did not run that comp. He ran a light comp the first time.
Okay. Right.
And then just ran it again and won the fight. And that's a Kiwi special right there. Just run light and just let it ride. The Flag Bearer Glassy was really strong. Definitely, I think the big moment in that tournament was the charm, right? It moved Celis out of the front line and just it exposed more a little bit. Now, would the AoEs have hit her anyway? Maybe, but you never know.
I was going to mention also that Celis had a nice block there as well. There's obviously a lot of height on this map, but that's a very good example when everybody's grouped together to not run magic evade on her, because she blocked the entire thing instead of just evading and possibly an AoE. I didn't see what ability it was, but yes.
Yeah, she ate, I think it was Summer Jaden or Sottily walked up, and they were all three standing in a line after the charm was broken, and it was going to be a triple kill, I think, and instead it did no damage. So Celis did her job.
Yep.
Moore walked up at the end of that fight, and 3 people were standing there, and she was using her 100% hit move, Bursting Light, right? I believe that's what she was pulling out. And Summer Jaden has a counter move called the King Goes First, and she was low HP, and he killed her. He just shot her with a preemptive counterattack, and preemptive counterattacks are really, really powerful. If anybody who's fought against Skahal would know.
We've only seen him show up once, right?
Yeah, once. It was the first round of the fight. I think some people are saving him, honestly. Oh man, I'm gonna have a snack or two here. No slime, and I doubt we see slime.
All right, jumping into the second match here, very momentarily. Does that make sense? Momentarily, not very momentarily.
In a moment.
In a very moment. So please stand by.
Oh man, this is where like having a snack is really nice.
I have a cookie here, but I'm not gonna eat it.
You're not gonna eat your cookie?
No, that's okay. I'll survive.
Okay.
What I was going to say was, we got a room number here, and now I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, we have a survey. If people are looking to do a survey, I typed it in wrong.
What is the survey over?
It's regarding the tournament, so you can find the link in your language. There's 3 languages. Down below on Twitch, you can find it down there.
Perfect.
So let's jump in here.
Okay, here we go. Kiwi, doing the Kiwi special. Just going to run it again. Says if it won once, it'll probably win twice. We will see. Kioma goes to the bench and pulls out old trusty Starlight Elena. So, if there's somebody who can come out here and pull off a bit of an upset, I'm not even going to say an upset. Now, again, keep in mind, Starlight Elena, Flag Bearer Glassy's really good into Light Evade. Like, if you're running a Wind team, Wind in general is good into Light Evade. Usually, I think that team comes with a June, which we're not having here because with 3300 magic, I didn't pay attention to what Kiwi's magic was the first time, but 3300 really makes me think of Sottily and Jaden still coming up. Now,
I wish it was more the merrier, but that's okay.
Oh man, more the merrier, who did just get buffed, right? Like more the merrier's in a good spot. I'm going to look at some of Jaden's abilities right here. Okay, he's a wind unit, right? What does Jaden have that's good into evade? He has an accuracy buff. Okay, yeah, no, it's loading in. Okay, yeah, we're good. I don't know that Jaden is super. He does. Okay, wait. Midsummer Sniper is a 100% hit move, so that's what I wanted to look up. He does have his Liberator, which got EX upgraded to Midsummer Sniper, and that upgrade gave it a 100% hit move. So there we go. Now, if this is lagging like it did before, you can jump out and jump back in, and you will catch the fight. I don't know what we're allowed to do. I don't know what is what's happening. But that is what I do when this happens, and I end up catching the majority of the fights on if I'm running it myself. Now I'm going to check out the Chinese stream, also experiencing the same thing. So we might be in a remake situation here again.
Kiwi. I'm going to blame Kiwi because he's running the same comp.
Yeah. Well, and there is keep in mind, it is a global game. So sometimes when you have somebody who's far away from the host hosting the game, there could be a connection issue, something like that. You never really know with these things. Yeah, and they're confirming that it is the same issue on the Chinese stream as well. So this is interesting because this confirms to me, I always wondered when this happened, when I would get a spectator bug like this, if it was me or if it was the host. Now, if we have, but we're all, I still don't know, I guess. I'm still not sure, but it's just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate. I'll just have to eat more of my snack, and we'll have to tell stories about, is this win team going to defeat this light team? We have plenty of time to predict the winner. So I'm going to pop a snack in.
What are you eating? I wasn't looking.
What am I eating?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm eating peanut M&Ms.
N and N's.
N and
Double
N's.
N and N's. Double N and double N's.
N and N's.
So I tried rejoining here and it did not work. It's just
it didn't work?
No. Actually, it seems like it did work. But
Okay, so Jaden has a guaranteed hit move. What about Sottily? Let me tell you. Sottily.
I apologize, everybody, of course.
Yeah. Now, if Sottily is running Kodadama Wielder sub, he does have unavailable pain. But you got to be running Kodadama sub, and basically everybody runs Sottily in Devout sub because it gives him Teachings of the Gale, and it gives him Law of Invigoration, which is a really powerful heal. Most of the time you see Sottily in Devout sub. So I would doubt that we're going to see Kodadama Wielder sub job coming out from Kiwi here. But still, with Flagbearer Glassy and with Jaden, there are plenty of guaranteed hit moves to take down an evade team. So we're just waiting for that room to get remade, and then we'll be jumping in there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The question is, do I have time to run to the bathroom? Nope. The answer to that is no.
You know, one thing that especially we got the manual tournament coming up soon as well. There's definitely just some connection issues. With the manual match, with the manual tournament, it's going to be longer, right? So we might have to practice, work in some break time. Here we go. Same two teams. Light evade.
Checking if we're going to actually start it.
Okay. We got Light Evade versus Wind. We've already talked a lot about Wind's accuracy. They're going to be able to hit this Light Evade team. Definitely something. With we were talking about Flagbearer Glassy versus Witcher Luartha. With Witcher Luartha, you kind of need to run Alexandrite Ring on her if you're going to be fighting Light Evade. With Glassy, you don't have to mess with that at all. Okay, here we go. Second time's a charm once again.
Yay!
There's the Wizette buff. We got the shield. We got the accuracy up. We're in a good place. Immortal Dogma comes out. There's the re-raise onto Jaden. Other Jaden's going to go March of the Stacks. So the light team, we get to see it for the first time right here. It is the El Clasico light team of today. The Jaden, Sylvie, Elena. So there that is. Sylvie gonna do Sylvie things right here. Resolute Oath, that's a defense spirit buff and makes him undebuffable. There's the Courage. Elena's moving forward. She's got one of her extra lives online. There's a re-raise for Sylvie. Glassy already cast one buff. Is gonna zombie transform herself. So clever move right there. Making sure to take care of your Glassy, giving her that re-raise so she cannot just be instantly deleted by like a long-range Jaden shot. Magic Blast will hit Jaden shoots himself basically for a lot of damage, and there it is. Midsummer Sniper comes out from Jaden. Elena already down once. Is Elena? Nope, she dodges Sottely's move. But Jaden is chunked to about half. Okay, Limit Break coming out here. Prismatic Punishment from Starlight Elena. It's going to do a lot of damage. How much is a lot here? Well, Jaden's going to get his re-raise activated, so he'll come back to life. Sottely down to half HP. Sylvie's up next. Sylvie going to look to do some healing. She's got her Limit Break ready to go, and Kioma's probably running Sylvie in her most common form, which is have the Limit Break for heals. Here's that. You're going to see it right here. Then have full life turned on, and then only damage spells after that. Like, yeah, she has her early buffs and everything, but if you run her full White Mage, a lot of times you'll just miss out on too much for her damage. There's Triple Cross. That's a guaranteed hit move, followed up by Midsummer Sniper, and Elena goes down. She will stay down that time. No re-raise. Here comes Unerring Shot. Jaden shoots Jaden. So not Beach Jaden kills Beach Jaden. And then Sottely's going to try to charm him. He says, hey, there's only one Jaden left. How do you like the church now? And Jaden's like, oh, I kind of like it. I'm sort of charmed over here. And then Glassy's going to step forward, and she will not hit Jaden because the AI will prioritize the non-charmed unit. Now, Knight's Blessing is going to come out. That will give the shield, but Jaden's going to turn around and say, thanks for the buff. Here's my Limit Break. He pulls out the Gatling gun and laugh. Does how much of Sylvie's HP? About 45%. Now it's Sottely's turn. He's probably going to AoE the whole group right here. Yeah, Indoctrination comes out, and that does turn off the charm, but it does drop Confuse. And then here's Flagbearer Glassy's Limit Break. You don't see this all the time. It is enough damage to kill Jaden, so he's down. Sylvie's at 356 HP. Now, she's going to full life Elena, so Elena's going to get a chance. Like, never count the Elena team out. Indoctrination misses her. Sylvie goes down, but Sylvie has re-raise. So, I bet you we see the triple hit, guaranteed hit move right here from Flagbearer Glassy. If that's what she does and it can kill Elena, that'll be it'll put Kiwi in a really good place. If that's not, Anti-Evil comes out, accuracy down, Shining Conviction, it is a kill. So Elena does get dropped. Yes, she does die. Took a little bit of time. I'll protect everyone. Sottely gets shot. He goes down. And now you have a 2 AP Flagbearer Glassy. And then for the first time tonight, we're going to see a summon. So Odin's coming out right here on his horse, jumps into the moon, and we get to see the cutscene. Slap, 4179. And down goes Sylvie. Kiwi picks up the win. And twice in this tournament so far on the live stream, Kiwi has won in the first round and just said, why would I mess with perfection? Runs it again in the second round and gets the win. So GG.
Indeed.
Kiwi moves on to the finals. Kioma, great tournament, made it all the way to the semis. Good job.
We've had some really, really good matches here today, coming down to the last couple of units. You really like to see it.
Agreed. And that was cool too, because we got to see right there the power of wind. Wind is one of the strongest elements in the game. And what?
Sorry, I didn't say anything.
I heard something. Maybe it was somebody else. One of the mysterious background.
Maybe I made a little throat noise or something and you heard that. I don't know.
Maybe it was your cat.
I kicked my cat out and the other one's sleeping.
Oh, okay. So it probably wasn't the cat. Maybe it was my cat. I don't know. They could be in here. Anyway, wind would be like at that top tier in the game. I think up there with like dark and light, but ice is really good. And so because ice is really good, sometimes with wind, you just kind of auto lose. So there's that. Now, our next match, the last semifinal, that is what? Suiko versus Cerbu, right?
Yep.
Yes.
It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a good one. I think so.
So we've got one more semifinals match to go, and then we're on to the finals. And I saw some questions in YouTube chat earlier about a manual tournament. So we are having a manual tournament. That's actually going to be in 2 weeks on the 11th. Pretty sure that's been announced.
Yes, it has been.
But yeah, so that's going to be on the 11th. So tune in for that. The bracket is a little bit smaller. Manual is sort of its own beast.
Yes.
And that'll be exciting. That'll be fun. So tune in for that. Same setup here mostly. You're going to see, except everything might say manual battle instead.
I've been working on the lines I'm going to use to shoutcast a manual tournament. Here it is. Ready? Okay, they move their unit forward. They're seeing if they're in range, and then they go back. And then they move to the side to see if they're in range. Okay, they're testing their range lines right now. Okay, here we go. And, they timed out, so it's going to be the other player's turn. I've got to get... I've never had to say that.
In the finals, I would hope that they're not timing out, but...
You're right. By the time it's us on the stream, they probably will have gotten... I say that, though, like, have you... Justin, how much manual PvP have you done?
Oh, yeah. Oh, like so much, like a lot.
Really?
No. I
didn't think
one
so.
One of the only manual ones I've done is on that Justin and Friends stream with Raindale.
Okay.
Remember? I don't know if you were watching that, but he was on that canyon map, and I was stressing.
Yes, dude. Like manual PvP is stressful because you have a timer, and like to people watching, that timer seems really long. To the person whose turn it is, that timer is super short.
Yep.
Like. Oh, because you don't know. Like the AI just will go for max. Like it'll just go to find its range, do its max damage. If you're moving around, you got to figure that out yourself. Okay. Meanwhile, here we go. We've got Suiko versus Cerbu. Dark versus dark, but Suiko's running full magic, 4,400 magic on that team, where Cerbu is running 2,800 attack, 2,000 magic, and we get to see Little Leela the Bold versus Lucia in the slot ones. Something we have not seen yet today is a frog. Will we get to see a little toad action here from the Lucia? Because something I want to point out. So let's talk about Little Leela the Bold for just a second right here. This is a unit that has evasion in her kit. I would not call her an evasion unit, though, but she's evadey enough that if you are not ready for evade at all, she can get one or two clutch little dodges in a fight, and it can change the outcome of the battle.
Lemire again.
Then, yeah, there we go. We get to see Lemire again. So another true support coming through. I always like to see the true support units in this game. You know what I mean? Your Resniks, Lemires, Ayakas. Those units who you're like, they're not here to do damage. Like, they don't care about it. They're here to do other things. You love to see that. So here we go. Now, Lucia is going to walk up. She's going to give her AoE resist and defense buff to her team. Give herself that physical shield. Fina... for Cerbu's up next. She's going to start channeling her spell. This is probably her own re-raise. Here comes Lemire. She's standing on her box. She's going to run to there, begin channeling a Hastaja, more than likely. Fina's going to start channeling her spell. Now, here's a little bit of an unfortunate thing for this Lemire team. Lemire's haste is AoE, but you need your units to group on each other, or they all won't get it. In this case, you just have Fina who picked up the haste. That's not bad, but it's 1/3 of the potential power of that. That's a really hard buff to get you got to get your units to work out perfectly to get that going, and that can be difficult. Okay, Joker gets his bells on, so no AP problems in this fight for Joker. Here is the hasted Dark Fina, who steps up and will look for a sorcery strike onto her counterpart, and the sorcery strike does 100% of her damage, but re-raise will trigger and she's back alive. Okay, it's Lucia's turn next. Lucia is going to run all the way forward and bring out her limit break, Arcane Assimilation. This is a real spooky, bats and pumpkins everywhere, big dark ball of energy, 4,000 damage onto the Joker, Arcane Shot follow-up. Man, oh man, how many times have you guys died to the Arcane Shot follow-up attack? It's probably a lot. Okay, Dark Fina comes out. Sorcery Strike onto Lucia. Almost kills her. Lucia has that physical shield, but not a magical shield. And here's where having Lemire can be nice. She's going to go Curata and put Lucia all the way back to 90% HP. That's nice. Little Leela the Bold's turn next. If Leela tries to hit Fina, I'm sorry, not Fina, but if Leela tries to hit Lucia, Lucia has a shield. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. It's Dark Fina's turn. She's up next. She's still got that haste. 3,600 HP left. She steps aside, begins channeling a spell. Now, uh-oh, she's channeling a spell, and Joker's going to Maiming Slash. That Maiming Slash will kill her. Yes, she has re-raise, so she's going to come back to life, but the spell will be canceled. That's an oof right there. That is the drawback of re-raise when compared to Courage, is re-raise will cancel your buff, or whatever you're casting. There's Delight Destruction from Leela, and Fina's dead for real this time. Okay, Lucia's up. There's a couple low HP targets, and remember that Dark Leela over there has hate down. Now we got to see a toad. That was Joker getting toaded, but he also died. So that frog is roadkill straight off the fight. So that's not going to count. That does not count as a frog. I want to see a frog running around the map, not a frog that's dead. Lucia gets popped by the arcane shot right there from Dark Fina, and it's Lemire versus 2. She goes for Raise it. Wait a second. Hold on. Raise lands, but it is Leela the Bold's turn. Delightful Destruction comes out, and even with the RNG payoff that was Raise landing, Lemire's going to have to sustain herself through this fight. Okay, Lemire, cast Curata on yourself. Wait, you don't have time, because here comes Dark Fina. Sorcery Strike, boom.
Boom, boom.
Down goes Lemire, and Cerbu picks up the fight.
Good job.
Really close. Really close match right there. We did get to see a frog.
We did get to see one.
It was
too bad it's not the year of the frog. Is that even a thing? Is a frog? Can a frog be? Somebody out there will let me know.
I don't think so. Again, that sounds like another thing chat is probably an expert on.
Indeed.
Or at least 4 people in chat are probably an expert on. Either way, Dark versus Dark. Really good fight.
Very dominant
MVP
element here in the tournament today.
Definitely. Dark and Light have been good forever. Like, once those elements got on top, they have more or less stayed at least relevant. Light has been good for longer, sure, but I would say right now Dark is a little bit better, and that's really cool. I prefer okay, do you have an element that you dislike more than other elements in the game?
Do you mean like that I dislike personally using, or maybe that I dislike going against?
Either way.
To be honest, I always feel a little scared when I go against Light and Dark.
Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense.
And an element that I don't really like using very much was Ice. I just could not get my Ice team to work at all.
Okay.
Elia helped a lot. And other than that, I was just basically running Celir on her own for a long time.
Okay.
And
Celir was great. Man, Celir had her moment in the sun where she was everywhere.
Yeah, she was very dominant in the tournament that we had last year for the anniversary.
That's right. Oh, man. I was running an Ice team today in Guild Wars, and I was running Fryevia with 100% magic resist, right? She was like null magic attacks.
Yeah.
Or she was 95%. I don't remember. She was very anti-magic. And she walked out there, and I was against Skahal, Halloween Lucia, Resnick. And Lucia walked out and hit Fryevia for like 40 damage. And then Resnick actually did Dream Inducer and hit Fryevia for like 40 damage. And I was like, oh man, my Fryevia is tanking everything. And then Skahal walked out there and hit her for like 7,800 damage and almost killed her. And Fryevia was like, here comes the counter. And she walked up there and tried to do like her taunting spell on their team, and Skahal preemptively counterattacked her and killed her while my Velas was channeling a heal. And I was like, this is very sad.
Done.
Skahal turns out that he doesn't care about magic resist at all, and he just straight up penetrates that. Like, he's in there.
Yeah, Ice has always been really tricky for me to get. I got Barrett, and then I never really used him.
Yeah. Now, are you serious into like Guild Wars or PvP or PvE or anything like that?
I mean, I do all of the above, I guess. I
Okay.
only missed one guild battle. I just want to state that. That was
Like,
officially
ever?
said to me. Yeah, that was officially told to me the other day.
Wow.
But, yeah.
Barrett is really, really good in like PvE chaining teams, man. He does a lot of that stuff. Okay, something to mention about Cerbu, right? Who we're shoutcasting right now.
Mm-hmm.
He is a 100% free-to-play player. Cerbu is pretty impressive. So, he's built this account over. I'm pretty sure day one player of the game as well. So that's pretty cool. right? Like, it shows what the grind can do for you a little bit right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a question asked in Discord. The answer, yes. if they need an answer.
But yeah, we're waiting to set up the next match here, so we'll just have to see.
Okay, yeah, a couple minutes for the room number. Well, let's see. Any questions in chat that we
Maybe
can
I'm
answer?
just going to take a quick break right now. So I'm actually going to do that. So you're on your own. Be responsible. So I will be right back very, very quickly.
Okay, yeah, I'll be responsible.
Thank you.
I promise. I'm just going to take questions from chat. So there's nothing bad that could happen from that. Okay, so yeah, Uno says Barrett is great for PvE, slow plus defense break. Exactly. Like slow and defense break, both keys to that. Oh, okay. Somebody asked me what good polls have I gotten from the free poll banner this last week. Okay, so anybody who's ever watched my polling streams knows that my thing with polling is I off banner double cost units religiously. Like, I'll be pulling for a 80 cost new unit or something, and what do I pull? Oberon. Or what do I pull more than anything else? Black Rose Helena. Like, I kid you guys not, I have 1,000 Mind Spheres of Black Rose Helena in my inventory. I have never done her daily quest. I just off banner pull that girl all the time. So I pulled her on these free pulls. That was like 2 days ago. I pulled Black Rose Helena again. I was like, well, look at that. Surprise, surprise. Yes, you guys also know about the power of colored drinks for polls. That is like, yes. Oh, man. Okay, any other questions? I'm on Twitch right now. I'm looking at Twitch chat for questions. Frog is confirmed not a zodiac animal. Yep, okay. I could have probably guessed that one. No doubt there. Is red or blue drink more powerful? Which one was... I think it was red that was more powerful, I believe. When will the Book of Eileen make a turn?
Hello.
Well...
I apologize. I'm sorry, but I'm back.
I have a green screen behind me. I was gonna pull out the sacred text now, but there's a green screen blocking me. So,
yes. So my voice just cracked. That's
nice.
Not uncommon. So do you use a green screen often? Because I feel like a lot of people have not seen you on green screen.
No, I don't. So like, I think people know that like right now. Oh wait, we'll come back to my green screen story because Suiko has gone to the bench and has said, "I'm going with the light squad." Now, light, again, you can build it anti-dark, and Suiko looks like to be going with the Elena, what, it was this Elena, Jaden, Sylvie? That's been the most common light comp we've seen today, but I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. Here we go. We're loading in. I'm guessing Elena, maybe it's, yeah,
it's
Elena,
not
Jaden,
surprising. Nobody's surprised here.
No, zero surprises. So, okay. Dark Fina, Joker, Little Leela the Bull, making a really good showing, all three of these units so far today. There's Joker getting that group buff off. I'm actually going to take my side window away from having the stream open because I'm watching it twice. That's really trippy. But anyway, here's Starlight Elena. She's going to put her courage buff on. Start moving forward. Little Leela the Bull, she says, oh, you have courage? Guess what? I have, ooh, okay, sticking with the haste and move down buff, or hate down buff. I like it. You like to see it. But with where she just moved, is she going to get her courage cast? I don't think so. She ran straight forward right there. I think she's going to end up in range of the enemy before she could get courage on. Am I right? Am I wrong? I was right. Delightful Destruction. Oh my goodness. She says, hey, Starlight Elena, here's 9,600 damage. Goodbye. Joker gets golden magic blasted all the way in the back line because of Little Leela the Bold debuffing her own aggro. Now, Make-A-Wish is going to come out. So Elena has had her courage popped, but she is going to get healed and a shield from Sylvie. So Elena back to full HP and now has a shield. It's her turn. She's going to zombie transform. She's like, kill me once, shame on you. Kill me twice, I'm still alive. Kill me the third time, somebody's going to full life me. You've heard it. It's the classic saying. Anyway, here's Joker with Maiming Slash. He kills Jaden, and Jaden will stay dead for a moment. Here's Dark Phoenix. She steps forward. She's going to limit break. The Queen's Judgment right here. Really cool looking limit break with all these snakes. Some of it gets dodged, but a lot of that damage goes through. So Elena is chunked out really low. Here comes little Leela the Bold. Another delightful destruction. Another kill on Elena. And Elena is still alive. If you've seen it once, you've seen it 1,000 times. Here's Sylvie. She's going to Knight's Blessing. So she is giving heals and shields. This Sylvie exists to heal up and shield this Starlight Elena to see if she can start doing this. There's the one shot on the Fina. Now, Fina also has re-raise and will come back to life. Okay, it's going to be Joker's turn next. What's he in range to do right here? He steps forward. Maiming Slash he's in range for. That will hit both units, but does not kill anyone. It's Leela next. She's going to go ahead and pop her Courage. She was out of AP, so has to go with the Courage buff. That could end up being okay anyway. Can Fina get a cast off right here before casting time, or will she die to casting time? Nope, Sorcery Strike comes through. Elena actually blocks it, but still dies to it. And now it's Sylvie. Okay, Sylvie's channeling probably full life. So again, Elena, this will be her next time back to life. We lose count after so many. Joker's going to try to hit her, but he's going to get accuracy debuff. Doesn't care. He still hits her. That Joker's rocking a ring that rhymes with Alexandrite, or my name is not end with a J. There's Leela slapping Sylvie one more time. She'll re-raise, and Dark Fina is going to have a chance to end things right here. Now, will Fina step into the danger zone? Yes, but Sorcery Strike's an instant cast. Sylvie goes down, and that's a GG. Cerbu picks up the win, and I believe that's a double 2-0.
Win. Yep.
For Cerbu, yes. Cerbu, whose favorite unit is regular Jaden, takes down regular Jaden to move on to the finals. So first of all, GG to both players.
Yep.
Suiko and Cerbu, way to make a big run in the tournament. But we're going to get to see Kiwi versus Cerbu in the finals in a best of 5.
Yes. I don't remember what I was going to say, but it's very awesome. We've had a very good tournament so far. So for anybody wondering what's coming up, we are going to go into our finals here, which is going to be, as he just mentioned, Kiwi and Cerbu. Is that how you say that? You've said it 100 times and I've already
I say Cerbu.
Cerbu? Okay. We've got Cerbu and Kiwi coming up. So if I can do this very quickly, let's take a look here. I can. So
is that a Japanese word?
Cerbu. I mean, it technically can fit in Japanese. I don't know if it's actually a Japanese word though.
Huh. Okay. I thought it was. I've always thought it was. I have no confirmation. Like, I don't actually know that, but I thought it was. So, from the USA. So not from Japan. And again, favorite character Jaden. Let the light of the crystals guide you. Well, the light of the crystals has guided him all the way to the finals right here. So that's pretty cool.
Yep.
And then Kiwi from New Zealand, the Alaya favorite, but has not played Alaya.
I was going to say, he has not used her yet, has he?
No. But we've only seen 2 of Kiwi's comps so far today. That's got to be kind of an advantage, right? Because you're going into a best of 5. What do you prepare for? Yeah, like, honestly, if I would just say, if it was me and I'm walking into a best of 5, I would just come out swinging with my strongest comp. I would have a dark and a light comp ready to go. But I would come out swinging elemental, I think. Like, just my strongest wind team or my strongest ice team. Maybe fire evade. Try to catch somebody sleeping and get fire evade through. Evade, just what we just saw last fight, right? That Starlight Elena was definitely an evade unit. Like, she's running high luck, high agility, high dodge. But there's a lot of either plus 100% hit chance moves in this game, or like things like Alexander Ring have a +6. The Silver Rim Spectacles have a +6. There's a lot of AoE accuracy buffs in this game right now from units like Flagbearer Glassy. And part of the decline in Light's power at the very top of PvP has to do with the rise in accessible accuracy stats and the rise in guaranteed hit moves. They are plus 100%. So, like, I think you could still dodge one. I think it's theoretically possible to still dodge one of those moves. Maybe. I just don't know if I've seen it happen. So the rise in those things, the point is, it's easier to hit evade now than it ever has been before.
Yep.
And that has a lot. It's not like Starlight Elena got bad. She's exactly as good as she always has been. The game has just caught up to her a little bit.
Indeed. So I guess what you're trying to say is for the finals, we're probably not going to see any style points.
I hope we
all
do.
serious business.
No, let's go all style points all the way.
Oh, all style points.
Because think about it, you could lose twice and still win. So come
That's
out
true.
with style.
I think I've seen that on never mind. I was going to mention something that's going to date me, but I'm not going to bring it up. So,
I'm trying to think what that could be.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? The first guy that won $1 million.
Oh, yeah. He phone called somebody for no reason to say, I'm about to win $1 million. Yes. Okay. You dated both of us.
Yep.
That sounded weird. Anyway.
My face got all red. I can feel it. I don't know why.
Yeah, you know it.
I blended into the background here.
Oh, man.
But yeah,
we were...
so go ahead.
Nope. It's not my turn.
I was just going to say we're going to have this next one is going to be unlike the others. It's going to be a best 3 out of 5. So we could go to 5 matches here. Afterwards, we're going to have an interview with both of them.
Yes.
So we get to hear Kiwi's accent. I'm looking forward to that. So you guys should be looking forward to that as well. He's done some YouTube videos before, so a lot of you out there.
Yeah, Kiwi is a content creator for this game. Yes. So there's that.
Yeah, so that's, and then I have a special image set up for the grand winner. You guys have seen some winners things pop up here, but I have a special image prepared for the grand
boy. Well, and both of these players will earn a title that only they will have. Oh, that's true. So if you've made it this far, you get exclusive prizes. Okay, I think we got room numbers coming in chat.
Just joined.
Yeah, all right.
Waiting here for the second person to join. I'm hyping up the image too much. It's just a special image.
And while we're waiting to join in to this match, I do want to give a shout out to everyone who played in the tournament today. Like, not just the people who made it to the stream, everyone who took the time to show up, because we had some people who didn't show up. So show up to these things, guys. Like, if you showed up and played in this tournament, that's really awesome. And I'm really happy for everybody who showed up and played today. So there's my little spiel.
Indeed. We had over 200 people enter the tournament, which is very amazing. Thank you. Unfortunately, we couldn't. If we had a 200-person tournament, we would be here for a week.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Yeah. No.
But yeah, so we picked the top people here, 32 people, and we've done the tournament today. So thank you everybody that participated. I know life can come at you, but it's unfortunate that we had a couple people that were not able to make it. But that's all right. Yeah. All right, jumping into our first round of the finals for the 2023 Auto Battle Tournament for War Division's Final Fantasy Brave Exvius.
And Kiwi is actually, it's both players literally running the very last team they played. We're going to see the Fina Joker Leela combo right here. So no there's Kiwi all those things coming online. And here we go. And yeah, no Kiwi curse. We get to actually watch this match from the start. So Summer Jaden is not like taking a break on the beach before the match comes out here. We're going to get to watch it out. Now, Suns Out, Guns Out comes out right there from Jaden. One of the coolest named buffs in this game. Absolutely. It's an agility buff for his group and little AP restore for him. Okay, Dark Venus turn next. She's channeling her re-raise, so she'll give that to herself. There it is, Curse of the Serpent. So AoE resist and re-raise. Leela, plenty of room on the map this time to get her courage buff online. And Glassy's turn. Okay, Glassy has already given her group the accuracy buff, already given herself her shield, so she will zombie transform. A little re-raise for her, that'll go a long way. Joker gonna pop bells, and if it seems like this is deja vu, it's just that you've seen all of these teams do exactly this before. Now, Jaden has insane range on this limit break right here. I believe he's gonna hit all 3 units on the enemy team, and yes, he does, and he lands 2 slows. So double slow comes out, and then that's followed up by a monster wombo combo right there from Sodali. And now you have confused units, and there it is. Fina kills Leela as she's confused. Status effects coming in big. And notice with all those slows out there, if you look on the left side of the screen is all blue teams taking turns. Fina's dead. Joker is slowed down. Fina will come back to life, therefore removing her slow, which puts her back in the turn order, but she's still 4th. Splash Shower comes out. She's dead for real this time. She's going to stay down there. Joker just now creeps onto the screen, but Rush Not Thy Fate comes out. And that was the most one-sided match we've seen on stream today. The limit break from Summer Jaden with that AoE slow, followed up by Indoctrination's AoE Confuse, ended the fight. That ended it.
Kiwi is in it to win it today.
Yes.
His guns are out in the sun.
In New Zealand right now,
the
the sun might be out and the guns are out. And I don't know if Kiwi lifts weights, but if he does, you could tell.
He lifts weights in War of the Visions. In Ardra, he's a weightlifter.
Man,
Can't
he lifts
to
heavy with
finals
Ardra. Oh man, yeah. There, we're trying, guys. Look, we're making this up as we go. Okay. Good stuff. Okay. That was great. Now, I'm not surprised, right? I've seen Kiwi in a lot of competitive PvP, and
he really knows his way.
Really knows what he's doing. That
I think
was
both players here have been in PvP quite a bit. So
correct. And what you saw right there. So if you're a newer player or not somebody who's really tried to put together those finer points of building a PvP team, one of the things that you want to do is look at your agility scores on your units and try to sync them up. Because if you notice what Kiwi's team did right there is as they moved into range, you did not just get Summer Jaden's limit break. It was immediately followed up by Sodali's AoE move. So, because if you just have one good move that happens, but the enemy team has Sylvie on it or something, okay, you did a bunch of damage to everybody. Sylvie heals it and puts a shield on everybody, and now you're actually behind in turn order. You're behind in priority. If all of your units can chain onto the enemy team, especially with AoE moves like what you just saw, it can be devastating, and fights can end like that. And I mean, there's an example of that right there. So I'm sure Kiwi took the time to set up his agility. I'm sure his guildmates were helping him practice and all that. So there you go. Okay. And
Kiwi
now I think they're
is, well, never mind. I was gonna make a pun, but when I reviewed it in my head, I realized it's not.
So do you know what? Okay, here's some funny Kiwi stories. One, the first time I ever saw Kiwi's name, I thought of a fruit, right? Kiwi.
It's so weird. I was just thinking that same thing.
Yeah, but it's actually the animal.
Yep.
Kiwi. Yeah, which, okay. And then I called him Kiwi Strings for over a year. In my head, I don't know what I was picturing, the fruit kiwi and string. But actually, it's a kiwi, the animal, stinging.
I see.
Kiwi stings.
All right.
Oh,
so
baby.
Mix it up a little bit here, but Kiwi is confident in his lineup here.
Kiwi's just here. He's I'm just going to... Okay, this comp is 3-0 on stream.
Yep.
Can it go 4-0? It's going to get a chance to go against water right here. You see Asterius. I'm assuming there's a Celis backing him up, which will be very good against Jaden and Sodali. We saw, this is, okay, Cerbu's going to, this was the meta comp in the game when Asterius and Celis, first were coming out and were pairing together. You just ran them both with Velis. Now, we haven't seen a lot of Velis today. Velis is a support unit that is ice, but is one of the best rainbow units in this game. He will get his whole team hasted up. He will stand still while he does it, not exposing himself to the threat of AoE attacks. He is one of, if not the best units in War of the Visions. Now, Splash Shower comes out. There's Celis. She ate that up, and now Jaden's down to 11 AP. Jaden did not get to bring the Suns Out guns out right there because Celis was faster than him, and that's a big deal. Here starts swiftness from Velis. So the haste from Celis actually pulls Velis forward, and now she moves forward. Oh my gosh! Sonali says the king shoots first, but the church was in front of him, and he shoots Sonali in the back. So Jaden shoots Sonali in the back with his predictive counterattack. That's an oops. And now it's Asterisk's turn. Indomitability Plus comes out, so he will get his courage buff online. Jaden's going to step back and begin channeling a spell. Glassy's up now. She has a chance of doing a lot of damage to Celis. Triple cross. Oh my gosh. That Celis must be building Pierce Resist because she took almost nothing from that. And then she absorbs the shot from Jaden and is finally able to take damage. So her absorbing magic buff has run out, but Velis is here. Now you see the power of a tank plus a healer. Celis walked up there and has been attacked 4 times by the enemy. She's at full HP. Some of them are now out of AP, like Jaden. Okay, Velis' turn. He's going to step forward. Blizzaga, he's in DPS range, so he goes ahead and drops some damage on the Sodali. This fight is really weird. Here's Deep Fortification coming out from Asterisk, who has not had to participate in this fight yet. The fight's kind of outranging him, and he's still hanging back there. This is Celis and Velis versus the world. Here comes Valkyrie Burst for Glassy coming out. Her limit break onto the Celis. It does, again, just a little bit of damage. This is a really tanky girl. Rush Not Thy Fate, that will at least chain with Element, and then Jaden's going to go ahead and shoot Asterius for the lulz. Okay, Velis is up now. He's standing back there. Will he go for a heal? He'll have to step up into range to do that, or will he go for more damage? We will see. He's standing there. He might be. It's Blizzara coming out. That will kill Jaden. So Jaden down. He has re-raise, so he'll come back to life. Celis' turn. She steps to the side. Rune break onto the Jaden. He goes down for real this time. Summer Jaden is down. Cross destruction comes out. Down goes Sodali. So this water team looking really, really strong. Flagbearer Glassy versus the world. She steps up. She's going to go for the Asterius with Dispelling Spear Flight. Removes his buff and does some damage. Velis is going to step to the side. Snow healing. Asterius back to full HP. And man, this water team is putting on a clinic. You can see how this team was the top of the meta for a while in Global. Okay, Asterius next. Cross Destruction. Hits Glassy for a lot. This Glassy is hanging in there. That shield keeping her pretty dang healthy. But there's the preemptive counterattack by Asterisk. That will also end her shield. That was a 3rd hit she took. Her shield is now worn off. Here comes Cleansing Blade, 1800 damage. Celis still out here putting in work. It's Velis' turn. He will either look for a heal or damage. He is looking for the heal. Asterisk going to summon. It's going to be Odin. So the second summon we see is the second summon of Odin that we see. And I think this win team is about donezo. Slap, slap. Down goes Glassy. And that's it. Cerbu's water team comes out here. And after the most one-sided fight we've seen in the tournament, the water team has no casualties. The tank healer just sustained it. Celis showed how good she is against 2 mages, which she got to face. And Asterius cleaned it up on the back end with some damage from Velis.
It was a very wise to switch comps there, I guess. So
sure.
now is Kiwi sitting there saying, what
does he dare run it again?
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. Kiwi has shown one other comp, and it was a full magic light comp. Does that fare better into that? Does Celis just not care about those damage? I mean, she only gets to absorb 2 spells. But if one of them is Jaden, he's now at 20 AP after his first move. Assuming like the placement's good and she's in range of him early. And then you can really use up that Jaden with your Celis. I don't know. She's pretty good against him. Oh, wait. Now, hold on. Yeah, Magic Blast is absorbed. It's his limit break that's not absorbed, correct? I get chat with it's been a long time since I've seen a Jaden versus a Celis, or at least paid attention to like how that interaction works. But I believe Golden Magic Blast is absorbed by Celis' shield. Now, here's something that could happen. We could end up seeing Skahal, because I think he's one of the most top tier units in the game right now. And we've only seen him once. So if I'm Kiwi, and I'm pretty sure Kiwi's got his Skahal built up, I'm going lightning straight off the bench because you just fought water. I don't know. I'd go for it. I'd go for it if I was him. Okay. We'll see.
Yeah. Seems like I'm a little bit of issues with the internet here.
I'll say the stream for me was looking laggy, but it might have come back. No. Let me check it out. Having a little bit of a technical problem here. We're checking on things. I believe I'm checking this. So the Chinese live stream seems to be going strong. Let's check the global.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell.
I think
we're streaming on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. So if YouTube's fine,
and it
Twitch
looks
is
to me
having
like
issues, then maybe we're having issues on Twitch.
Yeah, so YouTube stream seems to be going good for me. Twitch's stream, on the other hand, is just constantly loading. Well, you know what? It is what it is. Now it's Let me see here. I'll post a screenshot in Discord of what I'm seeing. Which I'm not sure if there's anything to actually do about that. You're paying with us for just a second, guys. We were trying to clean this up right now.
Not had many messages on Twitch over there, so hopefully everybody's okay on Twitch land.
Yeah. The YouTube stream does seem to be going just fine, by the way.
YouTube.
Like, I have both of them open. Okay. Well. I guess we just run it. Okay. I might just direct some people. You good?
Looks like we're going to continue with the match here. So if you're on Twitch, maybe head over to YouTube. Not exactly sure where the issue is lying here, but.
So, okay. Now, an issue for me, and this is, all right. I see a Jaden and an Astrius. I also see, though, with the bandwidth issue that we have going on here, it has shrunk the screen I'm looking at down to very, very small, like extremely small. Oh. So I'm gonna shoutcast this thing.
Wait, are you having an issue on our Zoom? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, the Zoom window, because it's saying the bandwidth is low. The Zoom window has gone from my full screen to about 1/8 of my screen.
So it does seem like it may be on my end.
I think so. That's what it's telling me. So I'm going to just I'm going to try this thing. If there's text I got to read, I might not read it, but I've got enough of the game memorized that maybe it'll work out. So we got Kiwi, who has pivoted to light, and it looks like Cerbu's going to run his... Oh, wait, we're back to full screen. There we go. Cerbu's going to run his water team again. So will the light team beat the water team? I don't know. We're going to find out right here. All right, we're loading in. Here we go.
Nice.
So it is Jaden, Elena, Sylvie. Just like we've seen before from Kiwi, Jaden, Elena, Sylvie. Will Celis be able to tank through this? That's a lot of magic damage. She's built for this. Like she says, hey, I'm ready to go. We will see just how ready to go she is. And note here, watch, let's see if this is important. She gets to go first. So she's going to start with Runic Blade Plus. That's her buff that lets her absorb the shots, and she moves to there. Is that in Jaden's range? Nope. Jaden gets to use bells. Really important adjustment right there from Kiwi. Having his Jaden only cast bells instead of like a buff or something else first. Now, you have no AP issues for Jaden. We're good to go, and Velas is going to go ahead and start looking to haste. One nice thing about Velas' movement right there, by positioning himself on that side of the map, I think he's going to be pretty safe against a lot of the AoEs that the enemy's bringing. Celis with that haste is really fast, so she's able to get her unit resist up and give herself a little bit more aggro. There's Indomitability Plus coming out from Astrius. He's moving forward. Here's Jaden getting his first absorbed thing from Celis. Magic Blast Plus. She eats that up for dinner. And okay, Velas' turn next. He's going to look to haste up the Astrius, who does need it. Star Supernova comes out. That is a slashing move, not a magic type move. So it does hit, it will hit Celis. Sylvie's up next, also a slashing user. So a little bit of chaining happening here. It's going to be Celis' turn. She steps aside, Cleansing Blade, only 946 damage. That is a tanky Sylvie going up against that Celis. Okay, Velas channeling what looks like a heal. Astri steps up, Cross Destruction. Okay, that did a little bit more damage. Snow Healing comes out, Celis back to full HP. Jaded going to shoot her again, and again will do no damage. So Jaden over 2 on hurting anybody, but now that Runic Shield is used up. Star Supernova comes through, 3695. It's Celis' turn. Can she pop the re-raise on Sylvie right here? Maybe. She's going to move into range to limit break Jaden and Sylvie. Here it is. She spins around. This is a really cool looking limit break, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
1300 damage is enough. That will pop the re-raise for Sylvie. Now, if Astrius can step in there and hit her again, that removes the healer. Instead, Astrius goes for everyone else, kills Jaden, which is a huge deal, and pops one of Elena's lives. Here's Velas doing nothing. Sylvie's turn next, probably going to limit break. Yeah, here it comes. Make a wish. She's going to heal herself. Huh?
I said, we've seen this a few times.
Yeah, just like every single fight, like in every round of every tournament. Yep, there it is. Oh, and guess what? We've seen it a few times too. Prismatic Punishment. Here it is. Lots of crystals. They're all going to break. Elena's going to be slashing everybody. 1, 2, 3. A lot of damage. Celis still alive. Okay, Astrius' turn. This is the big damage boy. He's got a person his target. Bulwark Breach. That's a kill. Starlight Elena down. It's Sylvie versus the world. This water team is looking stronger by the minute. There's snow healing, and this water team will not die. Sylvie, you might want to full life somebody, and that somebody probably needs to be Starlight Elena, who is the 1v3 master. Runic Break comes out, Spirit debuff. Okay, here comes full life. This will oh, it's Jaden she goes for right here. So Jaden's back in it. Astri's probably going to kill them both right here. Cross Destruction. There it is. They're both dead. No, actually, she lived with one and then auto-healed herself. But she's not long for this world. Else she's going to look to do... Oh, yep, there it is. The preemptive counterattack from Astrius comes out. And just like that, this water team... Whoa. Water?
Whoa.
Like, I predicted that we would see some elements looking strong today.
All right.
Water?
We've not seen a lot of elements. I don't think we've seen any lightning. No earth. No...
We saw lightning. First fight.
We did see lightning.
Skahal.
Oh,
fight.
we did. That's right. Okay, so definitely no earth.
That's it.
I feel like
That's
I'm
it. We've seen
forgetting
everything else.
I'm not forgetting one? Okay, maybe not. But yeah, so we're actually 1 and 2. Traditionally, this would be the end, but we're actually going to best of 5, which is 3 wins.
That's right.
So next one could win it up.
I mean, I think at this point, if you're Kiwi, you're in a little bit of a sticky situation right here. You were up 1-0. You just got beat twice by a water team. Now, lightning exists. You could go to the... We might see Skahal, maybe a little Esther, some Abara. You have Charlotte, who's a really good tank.
Slime.
But is Cerbu going to sit there and say, hey, do you know what? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull out Earth in anticipation of you pulling out lightning.
But
Maybe.
maybe
and then his Kiwi,
then he just goes back to wind. Oh, no, sorry. You had
Yes.
it the other way around.
Yeah, no, that's it. It's like Kiwi's he's going to channel lightning into like the thought atmosphere, going to force Cerbu to switch to earth. But
Yep.
Kiwi also secretly is going to pull out wind. And
Yeah.
therefore, layers on layers. This is like Inception level stuff.
But maybe he's going to expect that he's going to do that.
And he goes ice.
And then he goes ice. But we all know it's going to be probably light and dark, maybe. We're going to see Joker. We're going to see Silver.
I would certainly, if I was, my back was against the wall, I'd go dark. Yes, for sure. But remember, Kiwi's best element is light, I think. That's his number one known element. It just got slapped. Like, that doesn't feel good. He's only used 2 teams.
Based
Kiwi
on
has
today,
only
he's got
used...
a new number 1 element.
Well, I hope it's lightning.
Oh.
It better be. I'm telling you guys, Skahal is broken right now, and the fact that we haven't seen more of it is a little weird to me. It does look, by the way, like the Twitch stream is back up and going.
We're back.
And the YouTube stream is also still doing well. So there we go. Technical
it says
difficulties
0 dropped frames in OBS. Right when it started, I was staring at it and out like this. No, but who knows what it was.
Yeah, who knows? Okay, all right, here you go. You ready?
We're waiting for the room number. Yes, I'm ready.
Varouche. I want to see Varouche. All of these magic units. Varouche does not have his he hasn't gotten like buffs in a really long time. But he has that magic shield. Same amount that Lucia has her physical shield. That might be I like look, no one's gonna use Varouche. This is just me dreaming about it. Like this is just something I want to see. I'm not gonna see it, but I'm telling you, like Varouche could do some work here. Revivifying Barrier. Reduces magic damage 7,500 HP. Gives 10% HP regeneration. And gives 40 slash attack resistance penetration.
All right, we're jumping in here.
Jumping in. Okay, here we go. We got the room number. Here comes Varouche. You guys be ready for this. Varouche coming.
I'm joining. Oh, not quite there yet. Waiting for the other person to
so join. Probably had Varouche, but then decided not to run it because they heard me talking about it, which I can respect that. Yeah, it happens. I mean, just cursed him. That's too bad. Okay. So, what are we going to see here? What's chat have to say? Yeah, Ashamon doubts me.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's see Varouche. Okay, wait. Look, it happened, you guys. Most of what I predicted besides Varouche happened. Kiwi should have run Varouche because Cerbu, anticipating a lightning squad, went to Earth. So, Cerbu came through with the 5-head play. But Kiwi decided he was having none of that and just went to ice. He said, I'm just going to play ice. Now, we do get to see Zazan the Unkillable. We talked about him earlier. Yep. We get to see Earth for the first time today. Cerbu is going for the ultimate flex to win this fight. He says, look, I'm going to pull out the element we have not seen. Zazan Oberon is using Velis, so it is there's 2 Velises in this fight. So like, let's be clear that the strongest unit in this match is Velis, and he's here twice. So okay, we got that going for us too. But 2 100 cost Earth units in Oberon and Zazan the Unkillable. Now here, let me tell you something about Oberon, since we haven't seen him yet today. He needs to do 2 things. 1, use a buff that's either a group buff or his TMR. 2, he needs to put his shield up. Oberon without his shield is just not as good. Oberon has an ability, and it is channeled. It has a casting time for some reason. It's the only casting time move he has, besides his jumps. I guess he does have jumps, so whatever. It makes sense for him now that I think about it. But you want him to get his shield off. So here's Sovereign Fist. We get to see Snow's Limit Break. You don't see this very much. He's going to drop the people's elbow on Zazan, but Zazan sidesteps that thing. He didn't care about that at all. Blizzaga, I'm Zazan the Unkillable. The global first Zaza the Unkillable out here, sidestepping everything. Here comes the Lies Limit Break, though. Guns of the Dragon. He's not going to be able to sidestep this one. He's immobilized. He takes a lot of damage and gets immobilized. Now, he has a healer backing him up, and he has Revive, and he has Re-Raise. So he's not actually in that bad of a spot. Now, just like I said about Oberon, he is not going to be able to get his shield up. He's going to step forward right here and almost guaranteed limit break. Oberon loves to open a fight with his limit break. He jumps in the air, pulls out his spear, drops the hammer. It's the limit break coming out right here. Hits 2 units and drops their earth resist. Zazan going to kingpin smash on Snow. Snow's getting a little bit low. Here comes a heal from Velis. And Snow heals himself. That's really interesting. Okay, lots of sustain right here. Basically, everybody's full HP. Kingpin Smash comes out again. Snow takes a little bit more damage. Oberon's going to step forward, look for a big AoE attack right here. No, he goes Killing Axe. He goes for the human killer move. Okay. What's Alaya going to do? She's going to go Armor Bore. That will not kill anybody. Zazan's got to be killed 3 times. He has killed 0 times so far. Here's 1. Okay, so that's a guaranteed hit move from Snow coming out onto Zazan. So that's a big deal. But Snow is now out of AP. So that will hurt him. Now, Velis can give him some AP, and he's going to try. Meanwhile, Velis over here is going to also look to be healing and giving some AP. Here it comes, Snow healing. Everybody's healthy with AP. And it's Zazan's turn again. Triple Spinal Blow. There we go. A little bit more damage. Zazan... okay, his immobilize ran out, so that's a big deal. Snow's aggro has probably worn out at this point. If that's true, the AI will now prioritize doing the most damage possible. Snow's dead. Okay, this jump from Oberon will kill Snow. Alaya's up. She's going to go Eraser. That will re-raise, remove, and kill Zazan. So Zazan the unkillable, very killable. Snow the unkillable, also very killable. We got a 2v2. Velis up first. He's going to look to do something. It gets reflexed. Wow. Okay, so the AoE magic damage gets reflexed. There it is. It's happening in the finals. Of course it's happening in the finals. The limit break comes out here. Icebreaker. This is Velis's guaranteed hit move, by the way. So he's going to use that. Zazan's gone, so he doesn't necessarily need to hold on to it for any reason. But he does gain that clutch physical shield. Oberon needs to go take Alaya out, I think. He's going to go for her. He's going to jump. He's going to land before it's her turn. It does not kill her. And she's up 144 AP. She's going to be able to do whatever she wants to do. Who will she target? She's going to target both of them with Armor Bore. That's pretty clutch. It kills Velis, and Oberon is taken to about 1 HP. Velis steps to the side. Snow healing comes out right here. And I don't think Oberon, he can hit them both with Royal Rend. What kind of damage does it do? It does some. Oh my, it stuns. Okay, wait, it stuns Alaya. It stuns Alaya, so she's going to skip her next turn. Velis will get to go. He's going to heal her, but because Alaya did nothing, she will get to go again before Oberon. That was really, really close. If Oberon had gotten to take another turn, he could have Royal Rended again.
That was... Maybe. We're in the finals, everybody. We're going to the end.
Yep, okay. That was game 4.
Yep.
Guys, we got game 5. Now,
This
Justin,
is for
here's
the
what,
crown. Yes.
what we need to have. Do we have some like official War of Divisions hype music? Because we're going to the game 5 of the finals. We need
I
to
don't
kick
have
this.
any ready.
You don't have any ready.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't.
We
The
gotta have
last
some-
battle of the day. Now
Last
they're
battle
really...
of the day.
I heard on the last match that they were stressing, figuring things out. Now they're probably really dialing it in, calculating it. They're calling Ildira saying, hey, I need some math here. Help me out, please.
But they didn't realize they called Valentine's Day Ildira. I mean, it's better in some ways, but not in others. So, I actually think Water Ildira is pretty good. I like her a lot.
I like her too. She was definitely
What?
a carry when the game was new.
Yes, yeah.
Though I haven't used her much recently, so.
I feel like her popularity definitely fell off, but that limit break was like the original Keen Blade activation before everybody was like maxing Rob just to get his TMR. It's like we didn't realize how good it was. We're like, man, Rob, I don't know, it's Rob. And then we're like, oh, it's Rob. Oh. And then Rob had his like brief flash in the sun before we had Locke. Like Elena existed, Locke
Oh, yeah,
wasn't
that's
out
true,
yet,
huh?
and Rob showed up. Like he had his moment. And then it went away. Okay, so let's think about this. We don't have a room number yet. So, Cerbu just ran Earth. It almost won. And thanks to that, we've seen every element. So, props there regardless, no matter what, you're a hero.
I just want to say, as far as lore goes, there's a couple things that happened in this last match.
Okay.
Not to get into lore or anything like that. I'm upset that we couldn't see Oberon against Jaden. And I also thought it was funny that Oberon in the end like tunneled to Elia. It was like, sort of a...
If you're new to the game and have not yet played through the second book, things happen.
Yes.
Yes. I don't want to spoil it, but I think I already did spoil it. I'm pretty sure I referenced Jaden and anyway, if you didn't catch that, I don't want to ruin it for you. It's a really hype moment. Like the end of the second book I thought was very, very intriguing for the story.
Did you? I don't remember you saying anything, but sometimes I'm sort of focused on what's happening around.
Yeah, I don't remember if I did either. Now, hey, look, your microphone's back. That's like can be my shoulder. Watch this. This is what you do.
Nope.
Oh no, there's a gap. Okay, so like
an invisible
last night
wall.
when we were practicing, I would try to line up the microphone. There it is.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
Justin is so awkward. I'm sorry. That's just how I am.
What is chat being jerks?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Not
yeah.
really. But you see
I'm
many
actually
messages here when you do a live stream.
Oh yeah. Look, guys, like not only is this like a live casted tournament, right? So there's obviously no script for what happens in the fights, but we did not schedule ourselves breaks. So we're just like, and like, we just have like notes of like, fill the time. Okay, that's what we're doing. We're filling the time. So we're doing our best.
All right, so we may have a number coming in here. Oh. Nope, we're checking the room here. So
crossing our
everything
T's,
looks good, then we're going to
I's.
jump on in.
Okay. I want to see
final match.
Look, we should have made it to where if we got to the finals match 5, you had to use slime. That should have been the one rule.
I do like that. All right, so I'm actually jumping into the... Wait, I typed the number wrong, I think. Am I dyslexic? I don't know. Sometimes I wonder that.
I done. Yeah. Ooh, man.
Sleepy?
Oh,
well,
yeah.
I appreciate you showing up today.
Oh, no problem. I
all
appreciate
right.
the
So
invite.
let's take a look here. Get ready. This is the final...
Am I going to be excited?
I don't know. I don't think it's anything you predicted, but let's see.
Okay. Now, actually, I am kind of excited about this.
Okay. I mean, it's
Because
definitely
Cerbu,
2 strong comps.
Yeah. We're going to get to see if this water team is it. Like, does water win the first global PvP tournament? There are a couple players I know out there. Water mains that just live and die by
Velas.
water. Yeah. And, no, this is the team. This is Cerbu's team. And if we remember, like you asked me before the stream, who do I think is like the unit that's going to show up the most? And I said Velas, right?
You did say that, yep.
Yeah. And he kind of didn't show up for the first few rounds. And I was like, well, it looks like I'm an idiot. But turns out when you get to the finals, he's all over this place. Now, in Kiwi's example, you have a mono ice comp. So you have a tank that's Snow. And if y'all don't know about Snow, he's a tank that does like almost DPS levels of damage. How is Celis going to do against no magic damage? Sure, I mean, maybe Velas will like attempt to Blizzaga her or something like that. But really, she's going to be facing strike and missile damage. That's not her forte. She is anti-magic with like kind of sideways, also good against slashing. Rune Break will debuff the spirit for Snow, which won't really help too much. Okay, there's a Blizzaga, so she does pay dividends early. That's something. Here's what I want to see from Astrius in this fight. If Astrius uses his limit break, he gets the follow-up Rune Tracer move that is really, really powerful. And is like when I think of Asterius, he's one of the first units we had that had access to a move like that. There's a little magic damage from Velis again. Snow's gonna, oh my goodness, how does Celis do against magic damage or striking damage? We have the answer, and the answer is not great. But she's gonna go Elliot Spinning Edge. She is gonna at least get her limit break off, and maybe I didn't check turn order. Maybe there's a heal coming in for her here. We'll have to see. No, it's gonna be the enemy Velis first. Let's see what he's probably channeling a heal. Yep, snow healing, which heals snow really well. And okay, Cerbu's Velis also probably going to get to channel a heal as well. Elia's going to get to go before this heal. So this is probably game over. Casting time is probably going to determine this thing. Elia's going to line everybody up and do her shot. Yeah, there it is, Armor Borer. She put everybody in a line and dropped Celis while Velis was channeling his heal. Luckily, it does catch two of them. It was not the worst case scenario. And the counterattack comes out. Demon, oh my gosh, striking damage. Never mind. I said Snow does like half or like almost DPS damage. He actually does like more damage than Eileen. And she only does damage. Okay, it's Velis's turn. He's going to look to heal Asterius, and he will heal Asterius, but Asterius needs to kill Snow like right now. He needs to limit break him. He's going to do it. Now, this limit break needs to do all of his HP and damage. Then the follow-up attack needs to kill him. 7,400, it didn't do enough. The Crystal Tracer, that would have done it. But instead, the Courage pops and he heals, and now Elias just going to shoot them both and kill him. This is really unfortunate for the water team. Elia takes him down, and that's it. GG. Kiwi Stings is the first ever global PvP tournament winner. He goes down 2-1, pivots to the Ice Girls. He says, look, I put Elia as my picture, and I knew
that is very
tough,
I really love how that really worked out there.
It worked out.
It's poetic.
Oh, it is. Now, Cerbu, really cool team comps. Dove into water and earth, gets that title. That you're the only one with that second place title, but it does not have the rainbow on it. The rainbow title goes to Kiwi.
Congratulations, Kiwi. You have done very well. We are going to have an interview with both Kiwi and
Cerbu, yep.
Cerbu. You said it 100 times. I can't remember.
Yep. I say it differently sometimes too. It's
Cerbu. But yes, we're going to have an interview with both of them. We're actually going to start off with Kiwi. I'm going to let everybody bask in the glory of his first place winner image here for a moment. They're going to make sure everybody's mic's working okay, you know, that sort of stuff. And then we'll jump in and have a quick conversation with him. And then Cerbu.
Yeah. New Zealand, by the way, is apparently the #1 global country for War of the Visions.
I think true.
We just confirmed it live. That's really cool. Also, like, as someone who has known Kiwi and Shoutcast in many of his matches in the past, I am happy to see him pick up the win. Yes. I definitely was not cheering for one person over the other. I tend to cheer for team comps more than I cheer for players, but I am happy to see someone who has put the amount of time into PvP that he has get this win. That's a big deal for him and for the whole global tournament community. So, yeah, now we're just waiting for the interviews.
Figuring it all out here. We've also had a lot of support on the back end.
An
organization. So thank you, everybody. RNJ is part of that. So thank you very much for coming today. Your shoutcasting is legendary. I've seen many comments about it.
Thank you. Yeah, so everybody, like you said, Justin, everybody behind the scenes. This tournament was a lot longer than just the stream, obviously. And there were referees and a tournament manager for the whole thing.
Yes.
Like, every one of these matches was watched to make sure it was legit, right? This was for in-game prizes. You know, this wasn't just for, like, prestige on a Discord server, although they will get a Discord title as well. This was for in-game prizes, so we had to have judges for everything. Those people have had a long day, so thank you to them. Thank you to the, Square Enix team who was here both today and yesterday. getting all the technical stuff set up. And then Justin, who actually streamed the thing. Like, I definitely
Yes.
know how hard it is to manage scenes, get all your images set up.
Yes, I'm doing all of that sort of stuff.
Yes. I just had to sit here and talk.
Okay, we're going to actually jump in right now. So let's just give us a quick second here to get everything ready to go. Not that one. This one. All right. All right, 1 second here. All right. Hello. Not sure if anybody can hear me. Hello.
Awesome.
All right, we're back here on Discord this time with Kiwi Stings, and we also have Aron J. So first off, congratulations. It is a victory for you and the whole country of New Zealand.
Thank you very much.
So I guess first question here is, how are you feeling?
Pretty amazing. Yeah, I was really hyped for this tournament, and yeah, to win it is just an awesome feeling right now.
Dude, you get the title. Like, you have you're the only one in the world.
I know. Yeah, that's what I'm most excited about. Is it just a one-off title for me, which is awesome.
Oh yeah.
Perfect. So, other than being the only person with that title in the game, hopefully you're feeling pretty buzzed and everything. But my first question for you, I guess my second question for you is, what was your strategy, I guess, behind building your teams? Because I know you guys were kind of swapping out towards the end there a lot, figuring things out.
Just for the final there, you mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, either one of them, I guess. You had many matches today, so if you want to elaborate on any of them, we would love to hear it.
Okay, so yeah, when I did the bit of the team building, I initially went with the Wind squad that I used first. I just thought it was an amazing team. Jaden in it is awesome. Sadly with his charm is incredible. And hats off to fellow guildie, McCrane. He did help me do a bit of testing last night.
Awesome.
I tried out different teams, like Dark and even Lightning with Skahal, but I didn't really get a feel for them, so I went back to my basics and just used the good old Light squad again.
Smart. And like, Skahal's only really been good for 2 days or 3 days. So yeah, that's probably why we didn't see as much of him. But the like combo, when you did I don't remember which fight it was. I think it might have been the first fight in the grand finals, when Jaden AoE limit break the whole team, and then Sottily on the next turn not only got popped a bunch of courages, but also confused everybody, and then they killed each other. That was like perfect.
Yeah, it worked out very well. One thing with that squad too is they have a lot of Jaden will pop slow, Sadly would have charm, and there was just a lot of CT down too, which just made that team really pop off.
Yes, sir. Now, is there anyone you mentioned Cerbu Crane from your guild, but is there anybody else you want to give a shout out to?
Oh, just the whole guild of Hydra. I love you all, guys. But yeah, definitely McCrane. He was the big help over the last night.
Nice. How about any advice? Like, do you have any advice you'd want to give any players just in the global game at all?
Just practice, I guess. Just play an arena there if you really want to focus a bit on PvP. I like both PvE and PvP. Probably a bit more PvP focused, to be honest. But, play with your favorite units and, yeah, build teams around them.
Right on.
Indeed,
See, and that's like,
indeed.
I like that as well. Like, go with your favorite. I always say follow your heart. And so if you got a team that you like, if you got a unit that you like, build around them, get good at them, like you mentioned a second ago. Get to where you really know that team and know what they can do. I like that.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, right at the end there, I had to bring in the old clutch Wofu layer.
Well, we were happy to see her, and it was very poetic that you used her in your victory, and you were the person that you picked as well.
Yes, thank you very much.
So yeah, do you have any final thoughts? Anything maybe you saw during the tournament that you thought was interesting? That sort of stuff.
Not specifically, but to be honest, I actually was expecting a lot more ice, so I was scared about my initial team of wind, but yeah, not too many people were running ice, surprisingly.
That worked out.
Indeed. So yeah, are you gonna put your title on as soon as you get it?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's going
Cool.
straight on there.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Okay, well, I don't have any other questions, I guess, at the moment. RNJ, do you have anything else you would like to ask?
No, nothing. Kiwi, thanks for showing up and repping the Friday Night Fight squad and pulling off that win.
Yes, thank you to you two for commentating. It was great
Of
fun.
course.
I enjoyed it.
All right.
Cool. Well, thank you very much. Now we're going to jump in and have the interview with our runner-up winner.
We can ask Cerbu how to actually say his name.
Cerbu. Okay, that's a good question here.
And I think the tournament manager is pulling him in now.
Yep.
So, oh yeah, nice. We got his picture on the screen.
Yep.
Okay, they're in here. Cerbu, how's it?
Greetings.
Okay, how are you feeling? And please correct us. How do you say your name properly?
Feeling good. You could just however you want, man. Like Cerbu, Cerebu,
Yeah, but how do
Cerebu,
you say it?
Subaru.
When you typed it in originally, what was going on in your head?
So I'll tell you, the first time I read it, I was in middle school and I thought Cerbu. That was
Okay.
my,
All right.
So it's always been in my head like that, just despite other ways to pronounce it.
Okay.
So is it one of those names that like you put in an online game when you were a kid and people were like, oh yeah, what's that? And then you just got to be known as that and it stayed with you forever kind of thing?
Basically, yep, exactly.
Nice.
Yep.
Indeed. I could definitely never use the name that I picked in middle school online, so congratulations.
I also had like N64 Gamer X. That was
Okay.
like
I like that one.
EX. So yeah, that one got nixed.
I see. All right, so you're the runner-up winner, so you weren't quite first place, but did you have any what was your strategy to building your teams, I guess is the first question here.
Well, it's a short map, so my first worry was like double quicken and keen blade and just trying to plan for speed. So, max speed on comps, and light is my strongest element. I've like built really heavily into that as a free to player. So I was like relying on that comp a lot. Like I used it back to back in both of the first and second round, and it just served me really well. And then I saw it more and more in the quarterfinals and later. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to get into my other teams now. I'm getting kind of worried with like Kiwi's wind and light as well.
That I was surprised at how much light we saw, especially with how good stuff like Glassy and Jaden Summer Jade and are into light. I didn't expect to see this much of it, but there was light all over this tournament.
Yeah, she's a huge threat for light, and I was super worried about that too. But there's a big aspect of just kind of having to work with what you got, and I wish I would have got Sylvie. I definitely recognized her as like a nice unit upgrade, and she can be a real sleeper and do a ton of damage, and can go right through Celeste, Runic. So
yeah,
there was a lot of good comps all throughout, and then into the quarterfinals and whatnot too.
Yeah, so we actually didn't see I guess we didn't see anybody's first matches. So did those go?
Yeah.
Were you starting to feel good after your first matches?
So I went up against a Skull and Summer Helena and Resonant comp, and against my light team, and the way the haste worked with the Padfoot, Saros TMR, I feel like it just kind of set Jaden ahead of the pack again, and he was able to lap and do a double turn, and also the Resonant got baited out, so she wasn't able to hang back, so she got caught in the crossfire early. That helped a lot too.
On this map, that's a big deal too, because like you mentioned, this map can be really short, but if you start in opposite corners, in which you saw a lot of people starting in corners, I think hoping for that. And if Jaden starts across from somebody on this map, like you're saying, he will walk up and start shooting.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Okay. Now, is there Kiwi had a shout out for McCrane and just his guild. Is there anybody who you want to give a shout out to that helps you get ready or anything like that?
Yeah, shout out to Lukavi Guild, PKN, Hoku 10, all the guilds through my 3-year journey in the game have made an impact, and I've actually been hoping to join this since the game started. I'm like, oh, it'd be really cool to have a game sanctioned tournament, so I'm really excited to be a part, and thanks to everybody, all the discords I'm in that have helped me to get this far.
Yeah, and on the first one, you do get an exclusive title. You'll be the only one to have it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's super cool. I can't wait to rock it. I don't have any of the other super limited titles that the top 10 or those kind of things. So this will be nice.
Nice.
Indeed.
Oh, go ahead, Justin. You go.
Oh, I don't remember. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna ask. Is there do you have any advice? So, you mentioned that you're a free-to-player. Is there any advice you would give to other players playing the game about maybe which units to target or kind of how team building goes, stuff like that?
Yeah, I would say saving's really important, and to catch yourself if you have a bad feeling about pulling. For me, I don't know about you guys, but it's usually right. And the times that I've had a bad feeling, I'll go to pity on maybe a unit I didn't need to, and so a lot of times my strategy is just to do a few pulls, but only really go for pity to the units that you're really gonna need, like the Elias and the Wind Glassies and those game changer units. And I feel like that can really help the free to plays hang with the big dogs.
If you get another crack at Sylvie, is that a unit you'd consider going to pity for?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if as part of that release squad, Zazen and Elena and all of them are part of that, right?
Yeah.
So if the next unit that gets added is really really attractive, I would consider trying to do the pulls, get that unit, and then maybe use the coins if I get lucky on Sylvie.
Nice.
For sure.
Do the little double pity, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and try to get more bang for your buck as a free to play as well.
Absolutely.
Indeed. So are there maybe any other final thoughts, comments that you would like to leave before you go?
Thanks so much, guys, for participating and putting the work in, making this all possible. And I think more Gilgamesh t-shirts could really be a good thing for the community.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think some WOTV merchandise would actually sell pretty well. I would buy all of it.
Yeah, they have some really really cool unique artwork that I feel like could just turn heads regardless of whether or not people know the game.
Yeah, I've actually had a couple people comment on my jacket. They're
nice.
like, "Whoa, is that Final Fantasy?" And I'm like, "Yeah, dude." Anyway.
Hell yeah, that's super cool.
All right. So, yeah, I think that's going to kind of conclude our interview here. Did you have any final questions, Mr. RJ?
No, just thanks for playing and congratulations on getting that second place title.
Yes, congrats.
Cool. Yeah, cheers, guys. Thanks.
Cheers.
Yeah,
Thank
cheers.
you. Cool. Now let's hop on out of here, back to where we were.
Okay.
And we're back. Hello. So yes,
we
thank
sound
you.
a little, yeah.
Oh, we might sound a little bit different because we were on Zoom before now, or we were on Discord before, now we're on Zoom.
That's it.
That reference in chat totally threw me off. What does mine say? Oh yes, thank you very much to both of our first place winner and our second place winner for doing those interviews. It's awesome. I love having you guys on here. I love doing the PvP tournaments. Just a couple things I wanted to recap before we end the stream. The first thing is, of course, we've had our 2 winners here, so I wanted to go over their prizes. So, Kiwi Stings, he won a Achiever of Glory 2023 title with cute little bunnies on the left and the right. So he will be repping that as soon as he can, as he said. Our second place winner here got Those Who Strive for Glory 2023. And then every other participant is going to get Throne Seeker 2023. So
nobody walks away empty-handed.
That's true. So awesome job, everybody, today. Everybody did a very good job. Next up, we have our viewer rewards. I called Ildira. She crunched the numbers for me, and we're going to be able to get the viewer rewards to everybody out there. So enjoy your 3 challenge keys, your 3 JP keys, and your 3 affinity and resonance keys. Let me just check if there's anything else.
Will people be able to know for the gift cards who won those?
Oh, yes. I'm not sure exactly when those are drawn and when those are selected, but keep an eye on your DMs, and you should be getting one shortly. Other than that, I was just going to mention something. Oh, yes. There's a survey that we would appreciate each and every one of you taking down below. The link will probably be posted here in a moment. So if you could please take that survey, that would be amazing. And you can also find it in the description in the Twitch chat below. So there it is, should be popping up here. So take the survey, please, and give us your thoughts. We love surveys here over at Square Enix. This is probably like the 7th survey that we've done for the game. But yeah, so we've had a really awesome tournament. You've done an excellent and stupendous job casting for us today, RJ. Do you have any thoughts about the tournament that we saw?
Man, this was a lot of fun. I am just, again, super happy that we got a global official PvP tournament. We have one more coming up. It's a couple of weeks. What do we know the exact date for the manual tournament? I believe it's 2 Saturdays from now or something.
Yes, it's 2 weeks from now, so that's going to be the 11th. That is a manual tournament. It'll be interesting. Manual PvP is not something that we see out on the stream and everything very often. So,
and maybe it will bring a little bit more. I know there are some people out there who live and breathe manual PvP, and there used to be some unofficial scenes for it, but they kind of have fallen to the side. Maybe this will be something that brings a little life to that part of this game. Yep. I hope so. It's just the more the merrier. I just want the game to thrive, do well, because I still enjoy it so much. So there we go. That's what I got.
Indeed. So yeah, actually the manual entries are still open until the 29th. So, if you sign up and you get selected, you still got 2 weeks. Let's say you've never done manual PvP before, sign up anyway. Now spend 2 weeks trying to figure it out and then be in the tournament. You might win.
Quicken's really good. Wait, Quicken is banned, isn't it?
Yeah, the CT is banned. So.
Okay. So yeah, that's good. That'll make shoutcasting a lot more interesting than watching everybody get skull bombed with Quicken. So great.
Indeed. So yeah, I think that's going to do it today for our stream. My name is Justin, and I appreciate each and every one of you showing up today, giving us your time and giving us your views. I hope you have a wonderful evening, day, afternoon, or wherever you are. And I appreciate all of the people that participated in the tournament showing up, giving their best. And congratulations again to Kiwi Stings for being our grand final winner.
Yes. Thank you to everybody for coming. And it was awesome. We'll see y'all in a couple of weeks.
We will see you then. Bye-bye. Without further ado, bye-bye, as we say on the video. All right, toodles, everybody.